Ladies and gentlemen, Frank.
So I sit back, smoke a blunt and think about my life. Tomorrow ain't promised, so I smoke it all night. Man, I'm just a young nigga trying to make it. Grow my hair, get in the
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of In the Mirror Live Podcast, Friday edition. I'm your host, Coco. We have your host, Jimmy Jam, in the background today.
What it do? What it do?
All right. And we want to thank Mr. Conversation and Mr. K Cook for coming in to the building with us. And while we get in on this topic today. So thank you all for showing up again. And we're going to kind of get into it a little bit here. So our main topic today is going to be the difference between situationships and relationships. So that's where we're going to start at today. So before we get into it, how was everybody's week this week?
It was real good, man. Real good.
Real good.
Yeah.
All right. You said real. You put emphasis on that real good.
Yeah, man.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. What about you, Mr. Cook? Yeah. Y'all, we're gonna get back to his experience. Okay, we're gonna get on that. We're gonna get on that.
Get the happy ending.
All right. Same thing with me. I had a good week this week, busy as usual, but no complaints. No complaints. All right. So we are going to get into the difference between situationships and relationships. So I'm going to just kind of touch on what they're putting out there as the definition of a situationship. Okay. And then we're going to go from there.
Do they have a definition?
It's a
made. It's really.
I mean, it's real. Okay. So if everybody doesn't know, the reason why the word situationship is even out there as big as it is, if y'all remember Jada Pinkett's Red Table, where she had Will Smith on there, and they were talking about her relationship with August Alsina. That's where it started. That's exactly where it started. So that's what put the name out there, and there's people just been jumping on it ever since.
So they got a meaning for it now.
Yeah. So there's a meaning for it now. And I mean, there was kind of always a meaning for it, or there was always something, but it wasn't a name. Yeah, it didn't have a title. Okay.
Right.
So the title, what it's saying, the Google definition. A situationship is a romantic or sexual relationship that lacks commitment and clarity. It can be more than friendship, but less than a committed relationship, and can involve affection, spending time together, and sexual behaviors. However, there's usually little discussion about the future or the nature of the relationship, so on and so forth. Okay. So I guess where I want to start with it is, I think even before the word came about, it was a lot of people in situationships that didn't realize that's what they were in. They were in something like that and didn't realize. So, but when we think about the times now, we still have people in situationships that don't really realize that's what they're in. Okay. So, I mean, for me, because I had to learn all this myself, I get it. I see how you can end up in a situationship very easily. That's why I'm big on communication, because we got to talk about it. What we doing? We have to have had that conversation to say we're doing more than just hanging out, having sex, or whatever. But I get it. I know what it is, and I can recognize it very quickly. But we still have a lot of people that can't, and that's men and women. And I'm gonna say mostly women, because it does put us back into that delusional state of mind where we're thinking, even though we're all this is going on, we're spending all this time, we're going over his house, we're meeting his family, we're doing all this. Y'all ain't had that conversation. You can't just assume that's what you're doing. So that's where I'm gonna start it. What did you want to say, Mr. Conversation? Because I was see your face
No, no, no,
over
no,
there
no,
out the
no, no.
corner of my
Cook,
eye.
cook, cook,
I'm
go.
cutting my eyes over.
Go ahead
What you
right now,
got,
cook,
Cook?
because I need a second.
Oh,
I
Lord.
need I need a
What you
second,
got?
cook.
What you got, Cook? Come on with
Okay, well, I don't. I'm kind
it. Okay,
of
okay. New to the dating scene. All right, got it.
So a situation, what they call it, a situation, what they call.
Situationship.
I don't. I have not experienced a situation ship
Got it.
at the
Okay.
moment.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for me, this is totally new.
Okay.
But if there's a, I mean, just from what you're saying,
Yes.
well, you know what, I have people personal close to me personally that are
Mm-hmm.
experiencing what y'all talking about.
Okay. Do they recognize it as such? Is the
Well, I
question.
think the female does not recognize,
Mm.
but the guy does. I
Okay.
almost said it. But
You almost put a name
almost
out
put a
there.
name out there. But the
Okay.
guy totally knew what it was. And let him tell it.
Absolutely.
But when but if I'm visiting or going around my peeps,
Mm.
I don't see that. I'm like, it's like you feeding into the relationship,
Uh-huh.
and it's
Uh-huh.
like you're leading it on, but
Uh-huh.
then you saying that's not what you want,
Right.
but you're leading into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I can see how I
We
can
know
get.
why.
I can see how I can get.
You can
mixed
see
up.
where the lines
Yeah, I
get
can see
crossed a
that.
little bit,
I can
right?
see that.
Okay, okay. Well, you ready? You ready? Let's conversation. What you got? You ain't ready?
I already don't like how this is being
Oh Lord.
how this is being what's the word? You did a great job in narrowing it down into a
Okay.
way that basically goes into cheating again. Every conversation, right, that I have with a lot of young ladies and stuff, it goes down into that, right? So, what I want to say is situationships can be a bunch of different types of things.
It
Situationship
can.
is a big umbrella.
It is.
You can have like friends with benefits, right?
You
Which
can.
is what we originally. That's mostly
That's
what it
pretty
was.
much what it
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
Yeah.
Now, I would like to say, in a majority of the time, people actually do know. What happens is,
Mhm.
I think I can change. I think I can change her. I think I
Okay.
can. I think I can get her to just be mine eventually. So I might be one of the guys, right? I'm just giving it from an
Okay.
example. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Okay, I know where I got her from.
Okay.
We don't got to go into no detail, but I can get her to just be with me eventually. Have you ever been in a group and there's one guy that wants to save her?
Wait a minute.
It
Say it
might, I
again.
ain't say it got to be you,
I done heard of that.
but yeah,
word
you know,
many
and
times,
and
yeah.
he's like, you know what?
She really a good girl. If she get with the right guy, and which is me,
Mhm.
I can bring her like that 304
Mm.
to a housewife deal. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't talk about that part of it. You know what I mean? Because we it's easier, it's more glamorous to talk about the other side, and I get that. I respect that, Coco. I get it. You know? But
Okay.
we don't talk about the other side. Now, so friends with benefits is a big one, right?
Mm.
But the main difference between relationships and situationships
Mm.
is there's no title.
Right.
That is the main thing.
It is.
I talked with the young lady. I know she's not gonna mind me saying her name, but call a big step. I do radio with her on a 98.3 The Beat, right?
Mhm.
Kicking with Miss Conversation. This has came up multiple times. She has been telling me that she doesn't care about titles. And every time she says it, it makes me cringe.
Okay.
Because when she tells me that, I said, okay, when you do that and you don't want a title,
Okay.
you're not likely going to get the outcome that you want.
Okay. Okay.
The first thing to get your guy, your whoever it is that you're trying to get, is you want that title.
Mhm.
Get that as soon as possible. Because without the title, you do not have a claim to the benefits. Whether it's wife, girlfriend, you don't have a claim to the benefits. Whether it's contractually
Mhm.
or whether it's the social construct,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
If you ain't my girlfriend, every time something happens, I'll be like, well, I mean, you ain't my girl.
Right.
Exactly.
You ain't my
That's
girl.
where it should be. That's where it's supposed to be.
Right.
So that's cool. But that's why you don't want to be in those situationships, right? That's why we don't want to even
Well,
there's
everybody can't handle being in that type. People can do it. I mean, people have done it. People do it all the time. But a lot of people just can't handle it. You got to know where your mental
Mental.
is. You know what I'm saying?
What
In
about
order
your
to,
emotional state
yeah,
though?
you have to know if you're not a person that knows how to detach, you can't do situations. You have to know because it's an art to it. You have to know how to
So
detach.
you sound like you speaking from experience.
Nah, I
I
don't want to do that.
am.
I don't want to do that. I don't
I
want to do
am.
that. I wasn't trying to go there. I'm
Well,
gonna
I'm
let
going.
y'all go. Y'all go ahead.
I mean, I
Yeah,
am.
because she
I'm
she talking
detaching.
like
I'm detaching
Okay. All right.
she
like
talking
a
like she talking from
situationship from
experience.
this conversation for the second.
And
Y'all can have that.
I just want to know what it looked like for a woman. We men do it all the time,
Okay.
but for a woman
I
in a
mean,
situationship, I'm talking about a situationship she created, not one she just kind of fell apart of because of what he created, but something that she went into thinking, "Hey, we just gonna smash and dash." Do that happen a lot with women?
mm, I
Or
want to say it doesn't happen a lot with women because, again, with women being so delusional, they can't handle that type of relationship or putting themselves in that position. Now, sometimes you can just fall into it. I
what's up,
mean,
Ryan?
y'all,
Appreciate you chiming in, big dog.
hey there, hey there. Sometimes you do find yourself spending time with somebody. And if y'all aren't having the conversation about where you're trying to take it, do I want to say, okay, I'm going to say certain women, that's not going to be a big deal to us because we get it. We understand that if a man isn't talking to us about that, if we're not having that discussion,
Right.
then I'm going to take it as you don't want me like that. And I'm going to handle it the way I want to handle it. Now, since I know this the situation, I know how to control it and I know what I need to do from then on. I'm going to handle you as such.
Okay.
And that's it. So, but yeah, I mean, women do it. Now, does it happen a lot? I don't think it does. Not with women.
I think it does. And these women, the new women,
Well, yeah, you might can
yeah,
say that.
the new
You might can say that with
the,
new women.
I guess you call them the millennium women,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
modern.
mean, the younger generation probably they're okay with those situationships. They're not really looking to be in relationships with men like that unless they're getting something out of it.
I think situationships are the worst type of relationship to be in.
It is.
It's the literal worst.
It is.
All the other ones I'm about to I'm not gonna say I do or nothing like that, but I could at some point in time maybe see myself in or take me out of it, right?
Yeah.
Because take that back because there's some that I wouldn't do. But the point is, so a sneaky link, right?
Okay.
You know what's up. All right.
Right.
That's a sneaky
do.
link. Cool. Whether you like it or not, it's a part of the
Mhm.
game. You're in there, you're in and out. You get the hell on, you don't stay over, you don't invest any
Right.
feelings.
Right.
Even friends with benefits. Friends,
That's a sneaky link.
it's a sneaky link. It's sneaky.
Mm.
Nobody knows. Most likely, sneaky links are at least one of them are
Between you
actually
two.
in a relationship with
Between
someone
y'all two,
else.
and that's it. Yeah.
So they probably have a relationship with somebody else,
Mm.
but it's you are they second, third, whatever. Cool.
Mm.
So all right, now you've got friends with benefits. All right, that's the easy one. You two you know each other.
Mm.
Sometimes there's some emotion that's there, but you still are able to cut that off. We gonna kick it.
Right.
We might go out on a date every now and then because we are comfortable with each other. We might have some of the same uh
My
the,
interest
there you go,
or
same
yeah.
interests. We like to go
Okay.
watch movies. We like to go
Yeah.
to eat with foodies, stuff like that. All right, that's better to me
Okay.
because there's not that emotional commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got your talking stage, cool. You got casual dating. Now you got your committed relationship. All
Mm-hmm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
two monogamous is people that are together. All right.
Right.
Now with this, you need extreme communication,
Mm-hmm.
and it involves a big emotional investment, and there's
That's committed
accountability
relationship.
in
You're
the
talking about
committed
committed
relationship, right?
Okay.
You got open relationships. Now
Mhm.
this involves even more extreme communication.
Mm-hmm.
Boundaries can
Right.
be flexible,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not cheating because it's open and people know about it.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
And I ain't gonna touch none of some of the other ones. That's just too crazy off the wall. I ain't trying to be on no toxic and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
but those are the major differences. But with a situationship, there's nothing that is defined. Even
not.
in a polyamorous relationship and all of that, there are rules, or they should be if you're doing them correctly. Not saying anybody want to do it or whatever,
Right.
but there are rules. There's normally you can't do this, you can't do that, you can do this, you can do that. Situationship, you have no right to say anything
No, you don't.
because we just chilling. There's always that ambiguous kind of situation. It's like something going in there, and I never want to be in a situation like that in anything in my life where I don't know. I'd rather have a quick no than
Right.
a slow maybe.
Yeah. If I don't know, I'm gonna take it like that. If I feel confused, I'm gonna take it like that. You don't want me in that situation. You don't want me as, your girl or whatever. I get that, and I don't take it personally. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
What's
But
up,
yeah, well,
Sharonda? Thank you
I
for
might still hang
joining,
out with you. I
sis.
might like hanging out with you. That's cool. But I'm still gonna handle you accordingly.
Okay.
That's all.
I'm
That's all.
over here burning.
You
Yeah.
I'm so-
I can't.
I'm learning too
What?
because
I can't do it.
The situationship
Yeah, I would
came
do it, man.
along when I was already married, so I have no idea what it
Yeah.
what it
What
looks
that kind
like,
of
right?
entails.
You
Yeah.
know,
And I
did.
get it. And you don't want to. You really don't want to. It's
I
it's
can't
really
do it.
not.
And I can understand your point from that. It's more
Yeah.
like it's more confusing than it is knowing directly what's going on with the whole deal. It's just more
Yeah.
confusing.
So with
If I'm
that,
on B side nigga, I want to know I'm on B
I'm
side
the
nigga.
side nigga.
I want to
That's
know
right.
whatever my
My
position
position
is.
is
I don't want to be
like
doing the
that.
responsibilities of a one, but only get the love
and
or the
the
attention
attention
of a
of
two or three.
2 or 3.
You know what I mean? Like whatever it is, let me know so I can put that same effort and energy to that. Because
Okay.
there's positives to being a two. There's positives to being a three. There's positives to be just the nigga you just get called to come lay some pipe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is.
But then when you need somebody to drop you off something because you sick,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? A lot of times she ain't coming. Nigga, you just here for when
Right.
I need something from you. I don't come and give you any
That
love,
can
any
happen.
care, any attention and stuff like that. Friends with benefits might could get that.
Right.
But if we're at this situationship type stuff, because there's no
so
feelings that's there, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, or it
Yeah.
hasn't really gotten there yet, or we haven't established it.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I agree.
when I did hear the interview that Jada Pickett was talking about,
Mm.
and I thought what she was saying as a situationship that she was kind of stuck between her marriage with her husband and messing around with this young boy, and it was more sexual with him, but she still loved
Yeah.
Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
So-
I mean, it's
Yeah.
still sexual. They going out, they doing stuff.
Yeah.
They've been seen on the red carpet together. All this stuff, yes, can be
I'ma tell
still
you, man,
considered a
Will-
situationship.
Will took that shit.
They both on that type
Yeah,
of stuff. So,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
they
They
both
are.
on.
They are.
They both on that.
But I could tell
He ain't getting caught though.
his
Right,
eyes-
right,
You
right.
go back and look, but his eyes was like it was stinging his ass.
That's why when that they're going to do the same thing that August said he did to Chris Rock.
Nah,
He
it was
had our
because
foot.
when he like the son friend,
Man, that was the son.
like you were here
Yeah.
fucking one of the
something
kids.
like that.
That's his. That is his son friend. They were.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how she met him.
You smashing the mom. I couldn't. I
Well,
couldn't took
I
that.
couldn't
bro.
do it.
Yeah, they
I don't
said
give a
that
shit.
But
what I
okay.
did, I couldn't took that.
I don't know if that's true or not, but they were saying the same the guy that played in what's the movie that they played in with Omar.
You talking about Stomp the Yard?
No.
Talking about what Jada Pickett's playing
No,
in?
it was Jada Pinkett and it was KD. No, what's the
Yeah,
I
because
don't know what
I'm
you're
trying to
talking
figure
about.
out what
You threw me off. I
Yeah,
thought I
I'm trying
had
to
it.
figure out.
It's the gangster movie where Old Dog was in there. And Trey.
Menace to Society.
Yes.
Oh,
They said that little
Minister
boy
Society.
that played her son.
That's all.
it.
That's him.
They said
That
him.
could be.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
We got to check that
You
out.
gotta check it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta do
we got-
more
Well, that's
research
going.
on that.
Boy, that's the truth. I ain't know that. That makes it even worse.
It would make it worse.
That's what
You
I'm
been
It
grooming
would
that
make
little
it
nigga
worse.
a long time.
Hey, I was having a conversation today with somebody, man, and we was talking about the Epstein stuff. I know I ain't gonna take it too far.
Okay.
And I was saying that, at some point it should be an age limit which you were willing to date. You know what I'm saying? As a man.
I agree.
Yeah.
At some point, no matter how old you are, and no matter how old she are,
Right.
it should be an age limit that you're not gonna go below
Right.
as a man. But nowadays, it's to a point now where what they're trying to do now is just normalize grown-ups and the
And
kids.
little
You
kids.
see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Being together. So
absolutely.
right now, we at a crossroad in this country.
Mm.
Where the
I agree.
Republicans already made they on the side of the road they want to be on. They've already made that
Right.
choice.
Right.
But the rest of the country is at a crossroad. Is we gonna just act like this don't happen and don't exist? That we
Right.
don't see the fact, we don't see the proof,
Mhm,
and just
mhm.
turn the blind eye to it because it wasn't our kids? Or are we gonna really have some moral and spiritual connection with this and look at it for what it really is?
Yeah.
And just really, this is a moment of protest.
Mhm.
This is a moment of really shutting down the whole entire economy to get justice for the kids. Yeah, I kind of went off on politicking, but anyway.
No. So it's
Yeah, I mean,
what you're speaking
yeah,
on is selective outrage, right?
Right.
People only tend to give a fuck when it's
When it's
their
theirs.
family,
when it's
Right.
close,
right?
yeah, when
And
it's
that is
close
one
to
of
you.
that is either the first or the second biggest reason that
What to do, Mike
there's
Brown?
so many things that's going on. And the reason why things aren't getting moved the way that they need to get moved is one, it's systematic, right?
Right.
It's all of them. Okay.
Right.
It's Republicans, Democrats, it's all of them, it's a lot of them that's out there that's
Right.
with it. Or you
True.
have known about it for years and haven't said anything. That's a problem too. When you know and you have the power to change something and you will not say anything because you're scared of the system being shut down,
Right.
because you're gonna lose your power, you're just as much
Guilty. Right.
So those things, right? But then there's also I'm forgetting my point now, because there's also the thing we got to like Shannon Sharp situation, right?
Mm.
It's she was young, but she wasn't child. All right. She
Right.
was legal.
Yeah.
But however, to your point, there needs to be a certain
Cut off.
number.
Right.
My rule is if they can't identify the cartoons that you watched when you was a child, stay the fuck away, my nigga. Okay? If I was single and I tell a bitch SWAT cats and she
Right.
don't know what the fuck I'm talking about,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? SWAT cats. Okay, all right, cool. But
It might
let me
be-
I'll
it
give
might
one.
be, yeah.
I'll give one more. Okay,
Might
until
be
they
the-
recently
the
made the
Thundercats.
Thundercats. How about
Okay,
Thundercats?
Thundercats, yeah.
He-Man.
Okay,
He-Man.
He-Man,
He-Man.
Thundar the Barbarian. You know what I mean? Secret
know all
Squirrel,
those.
the Banana Splits. You know what I mean? Did you watch
I'm not
Cartoon Network during
Right.
those times?
Right.
Or even let me go a little bit further. You don't know Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Know all that.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Or the
cool.
Jetsons.
Yeah. Jetsons is with the Flintstones and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you
Scooby-Doo,
can't
yeah.
tell me those, what up, Jad? What up? If you can't talk to me about those cartoons,
Yeah.
we don't even need to have a conversation. If you
Right.
don't know, like, okay, you might miss one, you miss one or two, but I just named 15 of them,
Right.
and you got on the 12,
Now, you
13.
got to know
Now,
some
if
of
I'm
them.
listing 10 and you might can only catch one,
Yeah.
that's a big. People be like, why you be talking about that with folks? Because I want to see where your mindset is. I want to see where you. It ain't even friends and even people like that.
Right.
I know we can vibe better if you know certain things like that in my childhood.
Right.
That means we went through some of the same things, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That means we sat in front of that TV, whether you had to turn the knob, but by my time we actually had some buttons. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Right,
just
but
saying.
We had a knob.
Yeah, you had to
did.
know.
We had to know.
The TV sat on the floor.
Little TV sitting on top of it.
Yeah.
And that big one, they burnt out.
With the antenna ears that you had to move to the left or to the right.
Yeah.
So if you can't identify with that, we don't need to be having no conversation. You know what I mean? At this point in time.
Right.
And we need to start doing that because I know it look good, fellas. I know it be
Right.
looking good. I get it. But you gotta understand that even though it's legal, right? Which I did argue for
Right.
him in the fact that was it consensual or not?
Right.
That was my point. Okay, so legally
You good.
he's good, but morally,
Right. That's what.
that's the problem.
Right.
Okay, and while I'm not gonna put him in jail for that, but I am gonna be like, because if you'll do a 19-year-old,
Right.
what's the difference between 18 and 19-year-old?
Right.
If you do 18-year-old,
What's
what's the difference between 17 and
Right.
18-year-old?
17 and 19, they look just the same.
That's what I'm saying. So
Right.
that's where there's a nuance argument. Now I will say this. All right. After I said all that, now once you're 25, I don't give a fuck no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Once you're 25 years old,
Yeah.
Okay.
You go get hit.
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Okay, you be 70 years old. She 25 years old, brother. Fuck all the rest of that shit. You 70.
You got the,
If you still getting it up,
what
my
they
boy,
call
you
them?
doing it.
a Bluetooth. You got the Bluetooth.
Whatever. Dog. It's on. It's on. I don't nobody care about all that. You can't identify with her. All right, she grown. All right, I don't want to hear all that after that. But gotcha.
I get it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I guess the question would be, what's young? What's too young? Because I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but in my next life, I'm looking at 31 and up. I can't do nothing under 31. I wouldn't want to do nothing under 31.
Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Understood.
31. I mean, most women we do know this.
Well, I'm gonna tell
As
you
far
like
as
this,
dating
here, big
wise
homie.
going on and
My
stuff.
daughter finna be 30. You bring your 50-year-old ass over there with us. We gonna fight. We gonna goddamn fight.
Anyway,
I'm just saying, any
the
man
thing
they
is-
my daughter at my age, it's gonna be some shit.
Hey man, I know some people. I know a guy who's in his 50s that ended up dating a girl who was right at her 40s.
I know.
And
hell.
the
Yeah.
thing is,
Hell
he
yeah.
would provide her exactly what she needs. What we always provide our women with. Safety. We provide them with comfort. We provide them with stability.
Right.
So he was able to provide all of that.
I get it.
And so she was, and her being young, yeah, I saw an issue with it, me personally. But as long as she was taken care of and he's doing for her like he's supposed to do, what can her daddy say? Because I mean,
She's 40.
But you said 40 though.
That's 40, right.
You know what?
That's different.
You know what? Let me back, I
Yeah.
think she might. You know what? Let me back it up because she's probably 40 something now.
Oh,
But
okay.
at the time, she was probably around about 31.
And he was how old?
Okay.
He's retired military.
50.
Got his stuff set up and everything. I mean,
Well,
he's
I'm
good.
gonna say this.
But he loved.
That's not bad. That's not
Okay.
bad. 30, you 50. That's not bad. I'm just saying, because I got a 30-year-old, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Now she gonna probably still be with you,
Yeah.
but long as I done got that ass whooping on
Oh
you,
my God.
yeah, you good.
Let me tell you
And every time you come over there, your ass gonna be ready to fight.
So I got a question.
Ready to fight, but if she's happy, he's taking care of her. He done got her a nice crib.
You're probably right. I don't really get involved with my daughters. I'm just talking really.
But we just talked about this. We are not the same people that we were back in the day. You have more restraint, more things like that, because that's her life at the
It'll
end
be
of the
some
day.
shit. I'm for the initial meeting.
You're
gonna have a problem.
I will be able
It's
to.
gonna be some
Probably.
shit. It's gonna be. I mean, I know how I am. It's gonna be something.
So why 31? Why are you?
Well,
Why
the thing-
is your?
Well, the thing is,
She's
well,
still
I mean,
sexual, highly sexual active.
that is one.
Like 50-year-old women aren't.
Shit. That is one.
See, again, this that who y'all be dealing with?
with?
Who y'all be?
Let me just say this.
Who y'all be talking
The
to?
thing is,
I don't get it.
the ones who claim they be sex, they super hyper the sexual active, or just better yet, we work out every day. My experience has been, you work out every day, but why you still? If I tell you it's time, can you do a little something, your ass right here, acting like grandma? Like you go to the gym every day. Why is you?
Okay,
grandma?
okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Okay.
the energy is not there. It's
Okay.
not matching. So, but
I can see having a problem with that. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not saying that predatory wise that I'm actually looking for 31.
Okay.
That ain't predatory though. 31. When
Well,
you, now
listen,
you
No, it's
you're
not
right.
because
I'ma
they're
say-
still.
I'ma say
Yeah,
he
they're
pregnant.
still
she really
grown.
right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
strong. I'm gonna say
grown.
preference. I'm not gonna say a strong preference, not 31.
Okay.
The thing is, but if a 31 came along
Mhm.
and a 31 came into my life and fit where she needed to be in my life at that moment,
Mhm.
then 31 can stay. So
As long as they say they're 31 or up.
yeah,
Whoever it
yeah,
is.
yeah, whoever it is.
However old it is,
Yeah,
as long as
correct.
if she
It's
say 31 or
and
up.
Yeah, correct. I
Okay.
mean that. I mean, you know.
So
that
you
was-
saying on for the record that we take these
Oh, I know.
26, 7, 8, 9 ain't got a chance.
Can't do it.
Well, the thing, it's real rough at 26. I ain't saying. Let me tell you something. I don't know if it would be serious with a 26 because 26 is that's still baby for real to me. It's
Okay.
like you know where I'm at in my life. 26 is still.
I'm gonna
amazing.
take your word for it. I did, you know,
I ain't said
I
that.
did, you know, one.
Hey, hey,
He's
but
sipping on
hey,
that drink.
but I'm saying, though, then
Nah,
I make this disclaimer that seriously.
Because I was about to say,
Brother,
like, are you looking for
my
a
drink
relationship?
was not to you.
No,
You're not looking for a relationship
for
right
you.
now.
No,
But what's for
Okay,
me?
so-
Brother, my drink was not for you. It was for me.
Okay.
Oh,
But no, what I'm saying, no.
Cause you
Right
get to
now-
asking me, you ain't gonna like the answer, brother. I'm just gonna tell you.
I,
Oh, Lord.
I just
Plus,
want. I
how old
want
are you,
to know-
Cook? How old are you?
I'm 40. I'll be
49?
Yeah, I'll be 49 tomorrow.
Okay, see, I'm 39.
Yeah, so yeah.
Right, you in a whole nother group. Right?
So,
You in a whole
so,
nother
so
conversation.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Y'all
Straight
get
up.
mad at me all you
No,
want
we
to.
can't. We
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if I'm single-
my 30-year-old short with a 39-year-old man,
that makes sense. You can't get mad about
Yeah,
it.
right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Take your daughter out of it.
Yeah.
I'm knocking out the park, my nigga. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing.
And I guess my
Right.
deal is
25,
So,
because I've got in my
25, 26.
so
I'm
for
down.
you, that'll be more like you 39, right?
Mhm.
So that'll be more like a 21-year-old for you.
Wait, let's.
Would you go?
I don't want
21?
nobody to clip this. And hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Tell me.
No,
something.
no, I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
Okay,
good on
not
that.
21. We ain't
No,
talking that
no.
young.
I needed to be out of college.
Okay.
No, I say,
You know what I
at
mean?
some point-
Like,
at some point, it should be an age
I'm
Okay.
good.
limit. So, you know, what we were talking about really, because some people that joined us, was the age gap should be a limit. No matter how old you are, you shouldn't go too far back
too far back. Correct.
to date
Absolutely.
children at that
Absolutely.
same age as your children.
Children at all.
Right.
Whatsoever.
Period.
Right.
Period.
Because it's like back in the olden days, back in our days, the older people treated us like children. Even though we was young adults, we still had to respect to them like they was our elders. We respect that. We didn't call them unks and aunts and all
Right.
that shit.
Mhm.
It was
Sure did.
Mr. and Mrs.
Right.
But now the generation now with this unc and uncle shit, it's a lack of that authoritative parental type of presence to where now we like almost like aunties and uncles. You probably hung out with your uncle, got drunk with your uncle.
That was a cool
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
cool uncle. So the respect level for your uncle ain't the same as it is for your dad.
I gotta give you a little pushback on that though.
Okay.
Now, while that is true, but arranged marriages and stuff like that, and marrying these young women, that just recently stopped more as far as not the behind the scenes stuff, but when it was socially acceptable, because you had 40-year-old men marrying a 14-year-old girl in the arranged marriages and stuff. I don't agree with it in any way, but I'm
Right.
just saying. And
You're
that
right.
stopped in 70s kind of time frame, when we started actually understanding how much of a detriment that could be. You know what I'm saying? In doing that with the generational gaps and stuff. And you shouldn't, and especially the arranged stuff, and people can't choose who they love. Yeah.
Right.
So I get you on the parenting side, but them same people that could have been your daughter, some of them niggas was marrying.
Right.
So
Yeah.
It
that's
depends
the
on
other side.
and it depends on where you was raised at too. It depends on the village you came up in. That, like you said, they got a valid point. There were men marrying kids, having babies by, teenage girls.
Mhm.
I think a lot of that come from that slave mentality, that slave era. Because a lot of the slave masters, I think a lot of black people took on the slave master's mentality.
Because even the movie
behavior.
Color Purple, Mr. married, what's the face?
The little girl, but she was a kid.
Yeah.
She was a little girl. Yeah, and there was a lot of that going on back in the day.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
a lot of that, was going on back in the day. Back in my mama day, my mama had told me some stories herself of how a lot of those men, was sleeping with young girls. A lot of men were sleeping with their stepkids, stuff like that. And a lot of them even slept with their own children.
They did.
You know what I'm saying?
They
So
did.
that's why I say with what we got going on in the world today and what's in the crossroads we're at now, if we turn the blind eye to this, then we've opened another chamber. And if you know anything about the book of Revelation, it's 36 chambers until it's over. And I think we opening up chambers left and right. This year alone, with this president, we probably opened up 5. Just that quick.
It
And
is.
this shit ain't-
Right. So
Got a long way to go.
when you go into the point where it's normalizing
Mhm.
rape of young
Absolutely.
kids,
Great
Great. That's
Say-
the word we
say
got to
great
use now. Great.
on
Use
social
great.
media so you don't
Yeah.
get burned.
oh really?
Cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Larry Lines is great.
Mhm.
And as well as
Yeah.
you know, I've heard some of the documents say that they was even drinking the blood,
Yeah.
Blood.
All that. It
cooking
was,
the
it was a
kids,
lot
eating
going
them.
on.
You
Yeah.
know,
It was
these
a lot.
rituals. You know, it's sick.
Yeah.
And I see the world we just going on like we
Like
going
it
on
ain't
with our
nothing.
lives. We going to work, we going to club, we going to church, we just
Yep.
going on with our lives, and nobody even say anything about it.
But let me ask you something. Ask y'all something. Do y'all think that they already knew that if they put that out there that wasn't nobody do nothing about that? Like that's already been, that was already kind of put into the equation.
It's
Calculate.
a possibility.
It's calculated gamble.
Yeah.
I
It's a
think that I
possibility.
actually think that they was
Because
like
you see how
y'all so-
they're putting it out there,
Yeah.
bits and pieces at a time. And I think they are waiting to see what everybody's reactions are going to be as they're putting things out.
because we know it's through history. There's a movie called it's called Soviet Green or Soviet
Stop.
Green.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it
That's my.
talks exactly
That's what they talk about.
that.
That's what they
Really,
talk
I
about.
ain't seen that.
You ever
Yeah.
seen that? Oh man. So
Charles Heston, right?
uh-huh.
Mhm. The
So
guy
the-
from Moses played Moses on the biblical movie, the Ten Commandments movie.
And the thing is, it's crazy because it's like, okay, the thing that y'all have already put out in the movie, you've already told what y'all doing a long time ago. So it's it was already out there, but we didn't see it.
Right.
But it's already been put out there, the information that
Mhm.
this does happen
Mhm.
at a certain level. You know what I'm saying? It's already been put out there. Then we had the vampire movies where vampires we
Right.
already know drink
Yeah.
blood.
Blood.
So I think they already know. I know that they've already proven that once you desensitize people by showing them the
Mhm.
most gruesome stuff on TV, that once it happens in real life,
Mhm.
you desensitize them. That's why with the rap music, why they recognize rap music about people killing so much, especially in our community,
Right.
and they're sleeping around with, in rap music, it's a popular thing to sleep around with somebody white. And they say that all day.
Take
Sleep around with
girl,
your
yeah.
girl, stuff like that. So by desensitizing the people who's listening to it, it don't seem so bad. You see what I'm saying? Because it's already been said, it's already been put out there. So now that when it's really with the shit right here, shit is the fan,
Yeah.
we should be right here
They already
uprising and
numb to
rising.
it, right.
You already numb to
Right.
it. So that's why we don't get the reaction from, especially from them,
Yeah.
because it's more of I don't know. They haven't put out, but just for me, they have not put out a lot of information about the black kids, all going through all this. It's been white children.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
this is bef-
he said personally that he didn't have many black women there because they weren't docile.
Yeah,
Right. And this is
yeah.
one time where
Right, he
the
said
stereotypes
no niggas on
work.
the island.
okay.
Yeah.
And he didn't like black
Yeah.
people anyway.
But it was because they would not like submit
Yeah,
as
yeah.
quicker as
The
some of the
white
other
people
ones. They would have to do
Yeah.
too much. That's why he didn't want them there.
And,
That's
and
particularly
we
black
and we
women.
talk, we tell.
Yeah.
Correct. And the thing about that is, I've also when I first heard of the whole deal going on, way before they even come to the Epstein file,
Mhm.
I was remember I told you about the guy. No, it didn't come to that idiot. I'm about to say you
Oh, yeah,
yourself,
yeah.
but I said it didn't come to that idiot. It came through somebody else. I can't remember who the person that came through when I started really researching this stuff.
Mhm.
The way what it was called adrenochrome.
Oh.
There was a movie,
Okay.
Pulp Fiction. I
Okay.
want to say Pulp Fiction stepped into that adrenochrome deal where they had was it Pulp? No, was it Pulp? I think it was Pulp Fiction. I can't remember. It was a movie that came out about adrenochrome and what it was. And they said it was the highest potent of testosterone or hormone that produces a euphoria. But the way you get it is you have to scare a child to death, like really scare them. And once you scare them, it pumps out this hormone, and that's when you kill them. And you take the blood, and they drink the blood.
Hmm.
And the blood is that hormone that was produced in that blood you can only get once once the person, a child, a goat, an animal is sacrificed to that point where it's totally terrified.
Mhm.
Your body pumps out that
Mhm.
rush.
Right.
And so when I started seeing stuff like that a while ago, it was okay. Well, when the Epstein file stuff started coming up, we started seeing all different things of how they were torturing kids and all
Right.
this stuff. I started saying, okay, well, this is something that I already had read about.
Mm.
But see how quickly I had to desensitize from it because I had already read about it. It's like,
Oh, okay.
you see what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So that's crazy that they've already studied us as human beings to
Yeah.
the fact that they already know that
Yeah.
if we put it out there first,
Yeah.
then when it comes, you don't even think about it. That's why
'Cause they
I
know-
think that's why
They
we're
know
not
how to
having
control
Yes.
your algorithm.
Well,
They know how to
yeah,
control your
we
algorithm.
know that
Yeah.
Right.
definitely
That too.
the algorithm.
So they put a lot of your algorithm to desensitize you to things that 20 years ago we'd be outraged.
Correct.
Or maybe
right-
even 10.
Yeah, so that's why I
Yeah.
think that's why a lot of people are not as outraged as it is. Now we as black people, we talk about it and
Yeah.
we're wondering why y'all ain't cutting up. And I also remember I think me and you had to talk either me and you or me and Jamal, we had to talk about the history of this country has always been to fight back against a government that was overruling, overpowering, over taxation, all that.
Mhm.
So it made me start thinking back to that. It's like, okay, did y'all, because we already found out a lot of history is being debunked.
Yeah.
And like y'all do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it makes me even think back then, were you sorry motherfuckers really patriots? Or did the government offer y'all something to keep y'all from having to revolt?
Okay.
And y'all just went and said y'all revolted when you motherfuckers really did. Because how the hell you go from, and I say that one because of how you go from quarter tax to, what's the other one? The tax on the coffee, the Stamp Act,
Mhm.
from 4 or 5 basic acts of taxation to, we do you taxing this shit. So, and you're not fighting back now? What the hell? What kind of deal did y'all really make with the government? Well, what really happened? Because that couldn't have happened if y'all were mad as hell about 5 or 6 taxes.
Yeah.
So now we got taxes everywhere. We got so many taxes that we
Water
don't
tax.
know. Yeah, we don't know how many taxes there really
Yeah,
are.
that's
We
Well,
haven't
that's
told on
true.
this
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
So how
That's
you go
true.
from this
Yeah.
to that, and y'all ain't outraged? I think this shit over here didn't even happen.
Mm.
Couldn't have happened.
Well,
Impossible.
we definitely have found out that a lot of the history was a lie
Yeah.
that we learned in school, that we had to get it right in order to
Mm.
pass. So we
Yeah, we
had to
did.
get the lie right
The lie right.
in order to
Right.
pass. So what that did was play in our subconscious.
Yep.
And that was passed down generation to generation.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
about, hey, they was explorers.
Yep.
But they was just fucking thieves.
Christopher
And they
Columbus.
haven't
You
changed
know what I'm saying? So,
anything
yeah,
in
so-
what hundreds and hundreds of years. They
It's
have
in
not
their fucking
changed.
DNA.
Well,
You know,
since we're
everything
going
that we're
here,
learning.
since we're going here,
Okay. Uh-oh.
1984, George Orwell. When you hear Orwellian stuff,
Mhm.
right? In that book, it talks about a lot of stuff that's going on today, right? With double think, right? Double think is a term where you say something that's not true, but if you say it enough, then it becomes the truth.
That's right.
Okay.
So imagine what Orange Hair is doing, where he would say, "That's fake news. That's fake news."
So-
He said
Yeah.
enough times, you start believing it,
Yeah.
right?
News.
You
You're
stop
right.
researching it because now you think that everything that is said by these other people, but yet everything that he says is
Right.
that's the 100% true.
Right.
Okay, so when you see these files coming out, right? Let me put a pin in that. One thing that pisses me off so much about these files is why are the victims' names not redacted, but the people who have done the perpetrators,
Right.
their names are
Their
redacted,
names are
right?
redacted.
Right.
You're protecting them, but you're not protecting
The victim.
the victims.
Yeah.
The victims have a constitutional right to be protected.
Ryan said they got a rain tax.
A rain tax?
He's absolutely right. There was a
What would that-
video.
What would
they
that consist of?
Let me tell you, there was a video last week that I was watching that this guy, I can't remember where it was at, but he was collecting rainwater for redistribution purposes on his land, and for water his farm and also water his plants and stuff.
Yeah.
And the city took him to jail for 31 days.
Collecting
By
rain.
collecting rain.
Yes, it depended.
Like he was stealing rain.
Correct. It was like either $1,000 or $5,000 fine for stealing the water. And they were saying because
Stealing rain.
they
Wow.
were saying because it was in the city's jurisdiction, the city owned the rain. I said,
Wow.
you got to be effing kidding.
Wow.
But that was, and I but
Ridiculous.
Buddy went to jail for real.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
because they want to be able to control every
Everything.
nuance of stuff. If you start doing that, then that starts making you self-sufficient. You can
Yeah.
live off the grid. They don't want people living off the grid. They want you connected as much as you can
Right.
for
Yeah.
this Wi-Fi, for this Bluetooth and everything,
Right.
so they
Even
can
for
have
the
their
food.
maps
Right.
Yeah.
and everything like that, so they can see everything
See
that
what
we're
your ass-
doing.
Yep.
hear everything you
They don't
saying.
want you.
Yep.
If you start being able to collect your own rain, right? Okay, now I can feed my own crops. Now I don't have to go into your stores. Now,
That's right.
now that food scarcity that they're pushing to move people.
That's
You know
sad.
what? I ain't gonna do all this because you know what? First of all, I want y'all to think of me as the little crazy EJ that every now and then I say a little good. I don't want y'all to know who I really am, and I don't want to be on a watch list, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I think we safe over here. We
Just say,
Yeah.
you know what? What I've been seeing now, if you really want
even
to
though
tell
we
the truth,
we
you
we
just
done
throw the word
took we done
allegedly
took
in front of it. And
Yeah.
I think it passes when you said
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
allegedly. Throw it allegedly. and we good.
Ryan says that's one of the reasons he moved from Baltimore. That's what's up.
Okay.
Ryan,
Yeah,
that-
it's
that's
crazy.
that's my bro right there, man. What it is. Ryan was in here with us a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Chopping
Okay.
it up with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Okay.
So, yeah, we kind of jumped.
Yeah,
on-
we jumped. We jumped.
Yeah, but this is adult
did.
conversation
This is
though,
good
man. It's fine
conversation.
for
This is
that.
good.
You know, it been bothering me today, all day today. It really was on me today. And you know, I said I wasn't gonna do it, and I said I was. I said no, but I just had to say, that because I just really feel that we as a country we are at a crossroad
Mm.
right now with this Epstein file.
Yeah.
Everything else going on, yeah, it has its importance, but this should be on the news 24/7. And the media should, when they report it, they should have a little more emotion than they actually have.
Yeah.
They just reporting it like it's the weather,
Like it's nothing.
like it's just
Mhm.
tariffs,
Mhm.
like it's just the economy. You know,
They reporting on
This
Nancy
should-
Guthrie more than they reporting on the Epstein files.
this should be something
That's for
that
sure,
really
yeah.
touch you as a human.
Yeah.
If you're a human, this should bother you, regardless of what color these kids are, regardless of where they come from, regardless of anything. It should touch you if you're a human being.
Right.
But like I say,
Yeah, I can't even watch it. I can't watch it. I really don't want to listen to it. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to hear. It's hard to see. And again, like you say, it's like not the way people are thinking now. It's like, okay, so what y'all gonna do about it? You know, you keep showing us this, you keep putting this out there, keep putting that out there about it.
I think,
But
I don't even
what
think
But what you
people-
gonna
is
do?
going to
I
be
don't even
done
think people. I don't
about
even
it?
think they're that far with it. I think people like, I'm going to work. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not
Yeah.
stopping what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. My kids weren't in it. Nobody in it looked like me. I mean,
What I've
I
been
think-
seeing, what I've
don't
been
think nobody-
seeing
I don't
on
think it's
social
bothering
media,
people.
they've been saying, well, what are we going to do about it? Because it's almost like they're tired of seeing it. If you're not going to do anything about it, why are you just releasing? You release this part, you release this page, you release that page, you'll tell us this happened, you'll tell us
they
this and
didn't
tell us that.
release the
But-
entire file, and the law said that they were to release the
The entire file, yeah.
file. And they
Yeah,
have
and
broken
that's
the
not
law,
what they're doing.
and they carrying on like it's nothing else.
Think about it. If you want to hide something, right? The easiest way, what do they say, especially from us? Where do you put it in?
In plain view,
Put it in a book, right? That's
it's plain
the
view
internet.
now,
All
baby.
them files represents big ass books. Motherfuckers don't want to go through all that shit. First of all. Even me who try to stay on it, like, bro, okay, I done read 20, 30 pages because
Right.
it's fucking millions of pages,
Yeah.
of documents.
It's a
dog.
lot of pages.
You know what I mean? So when somebody points me in the right direction, I will go look. That's more than 97% of Americans will go and do. Okay. I can research, can only go so far. They got people who will, like, we found out about Epstein's FedEx account is still active.
Okay.
There were
Not as
things
open,
being
it's still
sent.
active.
It was still
it's
active.
being sent in his account.
Yeah, in his name, right? Now they're supposedly looking at it. He also had a account on Xbox playing
Oh yeah, playing with kids on there still, right?
Fortnite.
They said it- Yeah.
Right? Now that adults play Fortnite a lot too,
Yeah,
or whatever.
they
But
do.
the point is
Yeah.
it could possibly be him. Not saying he's alive. I don't know. I'm
Right.
just saying. But the
That's
point
coming
is
out now. He might
then
still
there
be
is
alive.
also access to kids potentially because kids
Mhm.
play that game too.
Yeah,
So
totally.
then the fact that people didn't know that it's a possibility if he is alive, he's over there in Israel
Mhm.
right now. Why are we fighting so hard
Mhm.
to protect Israel with everything that's going on? That's a whole nother situation.
Mm.
So I ain't saying he alive or nothing. I'm gonna
Right,
back
yeah,
off of that.
I
But
get
the
it.
point is there's just so many things that you can look at in those documents, and
Mhm.
all of them are crazy. The one thing I would say, Bill Clinton said, "Hey, bro, release everything because y'all got my name up in here. I ain't touching no kids. Y'all know I'm Freaky Bill, but I ain't touching no kid. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
my- you know,
man, I get my dick so cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out here smacking some ass.
I ain't fucking with no
Big
kids.
Bill said, hey, shit. Ain't no kids in me.
Yeah, right.
Release the whole thing, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Won't he
I
shoot?
give him that.
That's what he said. That's what Bill said. And
Bill said, release the name. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Oh,
hey,
man,
y'all
right,
already
right.
know me. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
done had
You
me
know
on
what I
trial.
do.
What I do.
You know what I do. You know I get down, right? No, I get down.
They say the whole world to see what I done did before.
Okay.
Bill said, you know.
I think it's
Yeah.
more of I think it's one of them deals where people don't know where to start because
There's so much shit.
it's so much shit.
It
And
is.
the
It
system that
is.
you're gonna report it to try to start it
Yeah.
is the same system that's perpetual.
True.
But where the fuck are you gonna start? How do you
That's
start?
true.
So that's why even for the victims, I feel for the victims. It's like y'all brave as shit to even go out here and try to, even go forward with trying to.
I'm gonna tell you where to start though.
Yeah.
Where
I
to
don't know.
start? You start. Anytime you try to kill a snake, you start with the
You
head.
start with the head, but how can you go against a motherfucker who's really the way the government? Let's just be for real. The way this government is set up right now, it's like a criminal enterprise.
Right.
So how the hell you go against a criminal enterprise? We have to go start. I say we go look at old movies how criminal enterprises were attacked.
You want me? You
and
won't
brought
find
down.
it. You won't find it because you've never seen a criminal get as far as Donald Trump has gotten.
Thank you. That's
the scope.
exactly where I'm going.
So you
That's
won't
why I
find
said,
it.
where can you?
Where
Where
you
Well,
start.
this is where you start, and I probably shouldn't say that because they probably be in my house.
Oh Lord.
You start-
Allegedly,
We knocked
don't
at the
use the
door.
word allegedly.
Knocking at the
You
door.
start with the Supreme Court.
Allegedly.
That's where you start. You start with the Supreme Court.
Mm.
Make the Supreme Court hold the law as they can do their job. Make them do the job that they took an oath for to do, and that's be upholding of the law and protect the law and the Constitution. They're not doing that. That's the first step they took
Correct.
today, and with this tariff thing, to shoot down this tariff. But what he say? Right after the Supreme Court told him what he did was illegal
Mm.
by posing these tariffs. What did he say? Fuck that! I'm putting more
I'm
tariffs
putting more
Yeah.
tariffs
on
on these
motherfuckers.
motherfuckers. Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
that's where you start. Okay, that's the start. You got the blueprint. You know where to start.
But if he
You have to start there.
Supreme,
I would say it's got to be two-pronged.
You have to
You
start
also
there.
have to military, and the military has to be willing to say no,
You have to
because
start Supreme
that
Court.
is the enforcing policy,
correct.
right? So, because motherfuckers can make laws, but it's the
Oh,
niggas who enforce
they
it who's gonna
enforce
come
shit.
and put you in a
Yes.
jail,
Gonna
and
snatch
say
your
so.
ass.
And so he don't have access to that button, because
But see, the Supreme Court gave him the authority to do what he's doing. When they exonerated him from all the charges that he had, when they said that he was good to go, that while he's president, he could break the law, he could send CEO, the class, whatever team in to kill his political opponent, they took the guardrails off. The Supreme Court is the reason that we're in the situation we're in with it. They're part of the reason. The first reason is what his name? Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden is the main reason why we in this shit. Because the first thing he should have did when he took office was prosecute Trump for what he did January 6th.
Yeah.
That was that was out in the open. That wasn't no motherfucking gas. There was no fake news. That shit was live. You seen that with your own two eyes. Joe Biden's first order of business should have been to prosecute him immediately, not 3 years after you'd have been in office. Now he getting ready to run, where you give him time to run out the clock because you know that's what he can do. Because you know the law, you're the president.
Exactly.
You know how the law works. You got thousands of lawyers that work under you and work for you every day, know how the statute of limit works on the law.
Let
And
me-
they know he had time to do that shit. So it was like, you want to blame somebody, the first motherfucker to blame is Joe Biden.
Okay, let me throw in a little something real quick on exactly on what you said. Let's look at it from this angle. What if the January 6th folks is folks that Joe Biden put in?
No, we ain't doing that. I sat there and watched the shit live. It ain't.
I know, but let me say this because we do know that the government does have actors. Government does have a budget
That we
for
know.
Hollywood to make shit happen to promote the propaganda. They said that Germany was putting out here with actually you motherfuckers. Be for real. So what if they knew that if they stood out there and started trying to go after him at that time frame, that their actors would have been exposed?
No.
And because I don't see no other way. Reason why I say this, Jim, is because I don't see no other way why you shouldn't have prosecuted him.
I do. I see why.
see the way
Listen,
why.
the
Why you didn't
Democrats.
do
The one thing about the Democrats, they are political. They political. They don't have a answer to deal with a president like Donald Trump. The Constitution wasn't written to deal with a president like Donald Trump because that
It
Well, that's why I
assumes that niggas have
That's why I
sense,
look at it.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not gonna say you can't do this because we
Exactly.
know you shouldn't want to do this.
That's exactly what I've been saying because
Right.
it's
So they
laws
used to
out
it.
there that allows him to get around the Constitution. That's why I feel like he's able to do everything he can do
Yeah.
because it's nothing to really say you're not supposed to do this. or this or
Executive
that.
orders
Right.
is one of the
You're
worst
right.
things. There should
Right.
be a limit of the amount of executive orders that you can issue
Definitely.
as a president, right?
Definitely.
Right.
That is definitely because he keeps issuing all of these orders, and
Yep.
they, to your point, they are able to circumvent it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or I'll use National Guard in this way to go around.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Or they're
So
testing the
that's why
waters.
I shoot that theory down that you're saying about that because that didn't even look like that made any sense for that day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I was on the phone with you or somebody else when I was watching that live. I watched this speech, and then I watched when they walked down there and watched that live to the whole day.
So you watched. I was
See, it was right. I seen that. See, nobody gonna tell me what I seen with my eyes.
Right.
I didn't go back and see where it could have been edited.
Yeah, see, that's
Right. I didn't
That's
see
why
that.
I even said
Right.
that.
I saw it live. Let me tell you something, man. It was something that I've been telling my grandkids. It almost felt like I was there
How you were watching? Just what? Getting deep into watching it?
because it was a guy there, right? It was a guy there that said, "What's the sad part about it is the people that's here. 90% of the people here are voting against their own interests. They voted for Republicans who give a flip about their well-being,
Right.
just because of their racist and bigot ambitions that they have. That Donald Trump played them on those areas. And then the first thing he did, even now that the gun is pointed at them, they still in denial. They're still in denial. The fact that they knew that Trump and Epstein had a relationship way before he even ran the
Right.
first time.
Right. That was out there.
That was always out there.
Yeah.
Because they flaunted it.
That picture's always out there.
Right.
Yeah.
But with all of that going down in front of their eyes, they cannot see reality based because they hate anything or anybody that makes them feel that they're going to be second-class citizens.
When they actually are third, because
But no, they actually are first-class citizens because they got more privilege in this country than anybody
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
What really just make me scratch my head is when other people come over here and join forces with them, expecting that they're gonna get the same treatment
Right.
that they get. You see, and now the tables are turned. The gun is, and the rabbit got the gun on them, and they like, oh damn,
Man, Jimmy. Man, fuck these Mexicans and all y'all motherfuckers that ended up voting for that motherfucker, you dumb fucks.
I know that's
Try to
right.
tell y'all dumbasses. But then you guys, in particularly,
Right.
put this man in power.
They help.
All right.
They
They
You
definitely
helped put
They
this
help.
man in
They
power.
help, right.
You voted directly against your own interests and some of y'all dumbass black niggas too. I just want to let y'all know that too. Y'all African motherfuckers that came
Trump
over
never
here.
talked about
thing.
no policy. In all of his rallies, it was never about
Never.
any policy that he was gonna put in
Never.
play to make your life better.
Concept.
No
He
health
had
care,
concept.
no
That's it.
no child care,
Yeah, nothing.
no prescriptions,
Nothing.
He never talked about it. All he did was talk about it for Democrats and Joe Biden.
What he
and
was going
Obama.
to tear down from
Right.
Biden and Obama.
Right.
Yep,
And
that's
they
Like
it.
you
listened
wasn't
to that.
squeezed in the middle of the motherfuckers, you stupid motherfucker. So
Come on.
I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah.
I mean, it's real. It is what it is. You know, like I was kind of bouncing around, and then
Yeah.
thank you for just coming right in the door.
Yeah, Y'all, man, this is my thing. Okay. I understand that we as blacks, one of the critiques of Obama is that we feel that he didn't do anything directly for us, right?
I don't.
That's what
Right.
some
That's what-
people
right.
say. Now, what I say is when you use the word directly,
They want my money,
but
Money,
exactly.
checks.
reparations. And that's it.
And I do concede that we got the Asian hate bill, you know what I'm saying, when we're still 3/5 of a person and stuff like that. Okay, I got you. Okay, but when you're doing things like healthcare for as many people as you can, you do realize that includes you, right? You know what I'm saying? You. All right.
Yeah.
So if you're getting, as a person, let's take out his mixed heritage, but as a person of color, right? You have to walk a real tight line. You're the first of your kind in this position.
Right.
You know, any move that you make where they feel that you're giving your people,
It ain't gonna happen.
they're gonna be like,
It's not gonna happen. He
ah.
could do it if he
Especially
wanted
once
to.
he lost in his second term when they
Right.
lost the
The Senate and the
Senate.
House.
Yeah. And so now you're
Right.
constrained. He did as much as he could the first 4 years. But the second 4 years is a lot harder.
Right.
Then any president on their second term the last 2 years, that's lame duck status, where niggas don't give a fuck because you can't do shit, move it. We're just gonna stonewall you. You're gonna be out. You gotta be worried about doing stuff to let the other next person in.
Right.
So you gotta toe the line. So you got 6 years out of them 8 to do as much as you can. All right, I say all that to say he did his part, right? But people get mad because you wanted, but y'all wanted reparations. You know what I'm saying? You wanted specific money just given to us and stuff like that. I understand if you want it, but can we? You have to understand the tightrope that man had to walk, and that is one of the most important things. Because when you're doing the presidency how it should be, you're supposed to consider everybody.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Just because he's a black president doesn't mean he's just for black people.
But when your boy Trump came in, he said, "Fuck it, me
Yeah,
and my
he did.
people,
Him and his
we
people.
winning." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think also with the way that we're learning the country instead of who the country is owned by, who the country is controlled by.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have ever been anything for us anyway, because the people that's in control are already betraying us.
Oh, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like Columbus, Georgia. By the way, the exact way that it is, because the top 5 families, you know, nationally, the Rothschilds and stuff like that. Here, the Amoses, the Pizzos,
So
Buckeyes, you know what I'm saying?
so
Them
you
people
don't
and all
go
of that.
with that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
It's the
think that-
same thing.
Because if we,
It is
because
the
we
same
know
thing.
who truly owns this country,
Right.
you know, they're
Right.
not going
They
to
do.
let us get any further
Mhm.
because they already betrayed us.
Right.
But we already know that DNA wise, you're not us. And if you gave us what you're supposed to have given us, then we would have found some kind of way to topple what you got going on too.
Right.
Because we already know that. We already know by default.
Mhm.
And this is not a brag, it's not a boast, but by default, we already know that we are a different kind of people. We really are. I believe we really are God because of the things that we possess, not just the powers that we possess, but the talents that we possess, the thinking that we possess and the identity, the ideology that we put out there amongst people. You know what I'm saying? The whole, we don't need your culture. We come with our own culture, and y'all gonna follow regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I'm just gonna use her as an example.
Jasmine Crockett.
Shakari Richardson. See, you be on there.
Jasmine Crockett. Shout out to Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, shout out to
Crockett.
Jasmine.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and she because you know what,
I thought you were gonna say Jasmine,
I'm
but
gonna
hey, my
switch
bad.
gears and go to her because
All
she's
right,
another
all right.
good example. She's a good example of a woman who don't give a damn what's going on. I'm gonna call your shit out.
Jasmine Crockett is a
regardless.
human.
She don't
being
play
She's
with
with
a
a
heart.
human
She don't
being
Right.
at heart.
Right.
And you know, it's crazy because I asked the person what was the difference between a human and a human being. And they start saying that's the same. That's a damn lie. A human
Okay, yeah, give me the
human
break it
being
down. Give me the
is
difference.
totally different.
What's the
We'll put
difference?
us on game, baby.
Okay. I'm gonna go to definition because that's when because when I read definition, it's gonna make all y'all be like,
Come on with it.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do like EJ be doing.
yeah.
Oh,
Get the facts.
EJ already done
Get
wrote
the
it down.
facts, baby. We
Hey,
need
man, that's
more
like
facts and less
crazy.
opinion.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
because I had already looked it up. There it is. Human refers generally to the biological species Homo sapiens or acts as an objective, while human being specifically denotes an individual person, emphasizing their existence, consciousness, and moral worth, while often used interchangeably as human, focuses on the biological category. Human being highlights the individual sentiment nature.
Okay.
Humans don't.
do not.
Okay.
Like, yo, in that context, when I read that first time I saw that,
But
I
we
was
definitely
like,
watching some humans.
we watched
Yeah.
humans.
Mm.
And
I don't even see them as humans.
I don't either.
Mm.
They're like robots.
So my deal was when I saw that the other day. I was like, well, damn. So I started thinking, well, this is why you can sympathize with a damn animal, but you can't sympathize with another human being.
Mm.
But you can sympathize with an animal.
They don't have
So
a
you're
soul.
saying an animal
You don't
doesn't
have
have a soul and an animal's
do
not a human.
Have soul and not a human.
Okay.
But you are so quick to
They got
run to
spirit.
the aid
Mm.
in the abetting of even and when I say abetting, I mean you would even take a man and hold out human from being harmed, but to another human being,
Yeah.
you won't do that. You'll
Right.
give them up. You will
I
let
get
you will let them be deported. You will let us be held back. You'll do so much in your power to keep us down versus letting us thrive like we're supposed to thrive. It's freedom.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. This is mine. And y'all might get mad at me, but it's when you in a competition, you don't let nobody do shit.
Correct. They gotta.
As
It's a
black
competition.
people,
You're right. You gotta.
Mm.
so we in competition in humanity, and who's gonna be at the top?
Top of the food
We
chain.
are too submissive.
Too submissive
They are
Yeah.
aggressive.
because we don't know who we truly are.
They are
And
aggressive.
even with
So-
that, when people tell you who you truly are, you still don't want to believe that. You want to find some kind of scholar to prove who you are. No, who you are is within you already. You should already know who you are.
But listen to what I'm talking about. I get that part. You're right 100% on that.
Fight.
But I'm talking about the word you said. But I hate to hear that shit. It let.
I know you. Go ahead.
Especially when I hear you gotta let me be a man. Who the fuck?
I ain't letting you be shit.
I got to let.
Just got to be a
Well,
man.
I think yeah. So see, just what you
Just the
said.
word, yeah.
So by
Just the
us
word.
knowing who we are,
Yeah.
be who the fuck you are.
No, we
And like
got
you said,
the
and
thing
die for
about
that
it, man.
shit.
We
Die
got
for
it.
that.
We
You
got
know
it.
who
We
you
got
are.
it. We got to take what we want.
Right. Take it.
Nobody. White people not. Why would they? Just think about it. Why would they give you an equal opportunity? Why?
Yeah.
You won't do it.
Why would they give you that? Would you? If we played football,
Mhm.
would you go over there to the other sideline and get it to your damn playbook
Hell no.
and say we gonna give y'all an equal opportunity
Mm.
to play
that's
with
true.
us?
You gotta know. You gotta come.
Black. I am so fucking tired of black people asking white people for shit.
Right.
I'm sick of it.
Mm.
I am sick of it. Every time I hear that, that shit turns my spirit. Every time I hear it. Them white folk, they ain't nobody for nothing.
It's just type
They
shit.
took what
It's
the
type
fuck
shit
they
the fuck
wanted.
They
want.
did.
They
Yeah.
still taking what
Still
I
taking.
saw the white folk January the 6th try to take the life
Mm.
of the vice president at the president's order.
Right.
Mm.
They didn't ask, can we come in this building? They didn't ask us. They felt that they was cheated. They didn't give a fuck. They were willing to take it. That's their mentality. But what is our mentality? We're going to wait on God. We're going to pray. We're going to pray. We're going to get on the other cheek to beat our ass with. And we're going to pray and wait on God. And we're going to ask these white folks and pray to God that these good white folks someday show up and give us an opportunity to just be equal.
Well, okay.
But
So,
they know who you are, but you don't know who you are. They know you are way more greater than them with your God-given talent. Of course, they're not going to give you the opportunity to be equal because they know you'll outdo them.
Mm.
But as long as you stay on your knees and hands, praying and asking for them to give you that, then that's where you'll stay.
that's when you lose your power. because
That's
they-
where you will be.
That's when you confirm to them that they have the power to take from you and give to you. Hence why a lot of these celebrities out here, they know how much to say before their power gets taken from them. Their money gets taken from them. Their lifestyle gets taken away. They know how much they can say. These rappers that's under these contracts and these big companies ain't the same way. They know how much they can say.
Man,
and what they
them
can say before
niggas
they
is
take that shit away
irrelevant.
from you.
That shit is irrelevant because they let who they want to let in. It's their system.
What
This whole thing is their system. Anytime you think a system that was built against you is gonna work for you one day, you're fooling
you're
yourself.
fooling yourself. Correct. That's what I'm
You're
saying.
fooling yourself.
So so with that, with us not knowing who we are, not acting in who we are, and not acting in who we're supposed to be, this is the problem. And that's where now here comes the religion part.
Mm.
This is when all that comes in. We about that whole Bible and how that takes turn into cheek stuff. That's why all that comes in because they know. I feel that they knew that by us being spiritualists to whatever spiritual.
You know what they played off of?
I think they played off the fact that we are very strong spiritual people.
They played
That's
off.
on our
They played
connection
off
with
our
God.
ignorance
So what?
to the Bible. We don't read it. We don't study it. Everything that you need to know is in there.
Correct. I agree.
You seen the movie, The Book of Eli?
Mhm.
You remember the guy that was trying to get his hands on the Bible? What did he say? If you use this Bible the way you need to use it, you can control them.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you. Yep.
Absolutely.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
See, the same book, the devil used it too. You see what I'm saying? Because you can make the Bible you can use the Bible to promote whatever it is you trying to promote
It's true.
to the ones who don't understand it.
Right.
For the ones who understand it, it's going to go deeper than that because I know after that scripture, there's more said.
So
Before that scripture, there's something said. You see what I'm saying? So don't just give me that scripture and promote your whatever you're trying to promote at the same time because it will mislead me.
So you know what I equate the Bible to? The Bible then is social media now. How it has the same power to help
Right.
or to hurt.
Exactly.
How if you just read one scripture or you just read one clip,
That's right.
it's the same thing. But if you
Right.
go and you expound and you watch the entire show and
That's
you
right.
read that entire chapter,
Right.
you get the entire view.
Right.
So that's different. That's just the parallel
Right.
now.
It
you know?
is.
So I
It
get
is.
it.
Yeah.
So when I hear, especially when I hear these pro-black people talk about how they don't believe the Bible, they don't believe in it and this, that, and the third, I know that you haven't studied it. You haven't studied it. Your identity is in there. Each one of your identity is in there. The whole plot against you is in there. It's all in the Bible. But you just have people that take the Bible and they use it for their own self gratification. They do it. Preachers do it every day, every Sunday, every Wednesday, every revival.
Mm.
Because if you withhold information, it's almost like you're lying to me because you know it. So if you don't tell me what I need to know, then you are lying to me
You are lying.
when you know it.
Here's why, we talked about a conversation, something we had the other day about, people who step into ministry and, it's like, okay, well, if you're not here to save the people or move the people out of Egypt, what are you doing? And we already, and that's the challenge that a lot of times I put in front of these pastors. I always say that. And that's why, because we had earlier, I was like, well, I had to step out of church because of that. It's like,
Right.
my spirit was like, hold up, how can you be a part of all that when you already know, when I've already, when it's already been implanted in your head that there's a lot going on with that, one, and it's like, okay, well, if you already know that this ain't right to a certain extent because it's still keeping the people, just history shown that we still where we at, but we got a lot of churches who are supposed to be helping and a lot of pastors that are becoming new pastors. How, if all that is still coming up every year, how and why are we still in the same position as we got all these different churches? So that's what made me say what I said when I said earlier. Like, you know what? I pulled us out of church for a reason, and that was me being the man. That was what was placed in my spirit. It's okay. Well,
So let me ask you something. We talked about that. When you pulled them out, what did you give them though? What did you put in this place? They
see, and that was the question that was asked. Well, what are you gonna put in place for us? And I'm like, you know what? It's crazy because I don't know what to put in place. Because at the moment, I don't have anything. But
did you
when
ever?
I get it, whenever I do get it, I will let you know when I get it. And it wasn't me. It wasn't I had to go searching because a lot of things that come to me, I don't search for it. It's just always just placed there. It's like, hold up, you have to think about that for me. It's always something that's placed there as a not an idea, but it's placed there as a hold up. Think about this. Look at this. Ask yourself this. Question this. Hence why I want to look at the whole human being versus, because that was nothing that was like put on the internet. That was just laid upon me. It's like, wait a minute. Let me look at the human being versus human. So see what I'm saying? So it was nothing that was placed on me that nothing that I looked at on the internet and caught. It was this thing that was placed on me. I don't know where it came from. Honestly, I think it may have came the spirit, my spirit asking me to challenging me to find something for your family. I think that might have been what that
So
was.
did it ever give you anything to find?
Let me tell you something. It's crazy that I'm glad you asked that because lately it's been more. I know a lot of people might disagree with that, and I don't say follow the Nation of Islam, but there are some good teachings that come out of that group of who we should be and who we're supposed to be as a human being. And I think a lot of things that came out of it is teaching you who you are, telling you who you are, is whether you want to believe that that's who you really are or not. And it's definitely not the submissive role that we're learning through Christianity. It's not that at all, from what I've been seeing.
I'm gonna say this, and not to cut you off. It's not Christianity. Is not what's submissive. It's how it's taught. It's who teaches it.
Okay.
Because every religion that you talk about comes off of that Bible.
Well, what I mean,
it's like an umbrella off of that one book.
I think what I mean by Christianity, I mean
it's just how it's being taught.
Okay, that's one. But
because listen, that the white Christians don't have the same motive and the same ambition as the black Christians. Why is that? They teaching it from the same book. You see what I'm saying? It's coming from the same Bible. Mm-hmm. The United States ain't gonna allow but what they want in this country, biblically. They're not gonna allow the rest of the books that's missing from the Bible. You do know that, right? You do know there's a lot of books that's missing. Right. So they're not gonna never allow those books in this country. But even with the books that they did allow, it still does not line up with the motive, the attitude and the temperament of a lot of people who follow it.
I appreciate them for keeping the Song of Solomon in there, though. That was a good one. Appreciate it.
Say
Thank you. Thank y'all very
Hey,
much.
and Proverbs.
I can slide up in that thing, read
Yeah.
that Bible, but he said,
the Proverbs.
touched on her breast. And it was like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. It's in the Bible. I promise you it's in the Bible.
Yeah, he talking about the love song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm going with that is,
You ain't never read Song of Solomon.
No.
Yeah.
It's a love song. It's a love story.
Okay.
okay, I think what I'm going with.
But I like Proverbs because it kind of
It give you the way to be.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it structures you.
Said that word right there. That's going to go along. That's what I'm about to say next. What I meant by when I say the Christian way, how the nation, you know, that's exactly going on right now. Okay, because I don't want to keep touching that. Okay, what I mean, I think what I meant by that was when I say when you asked me the question, did I find a way? Did I find a path to put our family on? And I said I started listening a little bit more of the Nation of Islam. I started listening to some of the things that the brothers were saying on there. It was not more okay. For me, it was more. Let me check into it a little bit more before I say, okay, this is where I would like us at least a path for us to go. It was more of okay. Well, I'm hearing more of I don't hear fairy tales. Let me make sure I say this correctly. I don't hear a lot of the fairy tales that when I'm listening to a lot of Christian pastors or a lot of Christian, and I'm not. This is not directly attacking Christians. I just don't hear what they're saying as being, how we, just, and I'm just saying, just the whole turn the cheek and be good and all this. I hear more of what we just talked about a few minutes ago about you know who you are. Take what rightfully belongs to you. You see what I'm saying? I'm hearing more of that. It's more of the equipment. It's strategically.
The thing that I see is the misunderstanding. It's the metaphors.
On the what side?
What you talking about? Fantasy and all those stories. Those are metaphors.
Correct. So, but those are the things that when I challenge the pastors, stop giving them that. Give them what they need to get them out of Egypt. That's always what I always say. Give me what I need give me what I need to get me out of this Egypt. I always say that. Because let's just be for real. I know that we're not supposed to listen to the pastor. We're not supposed to truly put all our belief in a pastor and a man. But if you're gonna be a man of God, then give me what we need. You see what I'm saying? Don't keep giving me what I've already.
It's not. But see, the thing about it though, it's for you to get it though. It ain't for him to give it to you.
I'm not.
You still there? You go with the give me and let me steal mentality, but you get it for yourself.
Jim, let me tell you something. I've been told, I say this is just this on everything. About when me and you have had this conversation. I've always been said and been told when I was in church and wearing my suits out places. People have always asked me. I don't even talk, so I'm like somewhere in Walmart or Publix, and the first question they ask is, "Are you a pastor?" No. You like a pastor? Why? I don't, and I've always been asked that. Even when I was living in a trailer park, my next door neighbor, Miss Diane, bless her, rest in peace. Miss Diane said, why? I see a calling on you to be a pastor. And I'm like, I don't know when you see that at. Because I told Miss Diane, I said, Miss Diane, I tell you one thing, if I was a pastor, I won't have a church or a congregation. And that's real talk, because if I start picking up the Bible, start reading, start researching, and start coming close to God, I'm not going to teach you. I'm not going to talk to you about the same thing all the rest of these folks talk about. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk.
When that mean you talking today, and I was like, all of them ain't like that.
Ain't like that. Correct. We talked. You said that. So
everybody ain't like that.
Yeah, but they still got a church. You have a church for a reason, because if you have a church, then you obviously still running along that sideline. You still running that sideline. You're still, I believe, I'm gonna say that. I think and I believe that somewhere in there, you're still subject to what they're telling you need to be telling the people. Because if you didn't, you would not have a church. It's impossible. If I'm
What
telling
you
you,
mean? You kind of lost.
okay, if I'm telling you what you need, the tools, and I'm preaching to you, and I'm talking to you, and I'm teaching you the ways to get out of this, and I'm organizing a movement to help fight against a system that is oppressing us, it will be so quick for them to shut me down or find something on me to vilify me in front of the people that I'm trying to organize with. Like, let's just say I am a criminal and I'm in here pastoring and I got about 3 or 4 felonies on me. Well, that shit might be old as hell, but see, the people that's not there that might don't like felons, or they might have had a felon that do something to their family members, that might touch them in a way to where they won't follow me or talk against me. Just like no different than what Michael Jackson was doing. We find out now that Michael Jackson was at the Never Land Ranch was actually a safe haven for the kids to be at to keep them with that Epstein.
That's the
thing.
That's the thing about it, bro. If every prophet that God sent was always persecuted by man.
Correct. So
my
deal has always been, and
you
I
can't
told
worry
them,
about that.
They say that.
You
But at
can.
the same time, me being who I am, and I had to always tell. And this, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this piece is why I always tell them I would not do it, because my deal is I gotta say it. I don't feel my life is worth at this point. Because it takes somebody strong as hell to put their life up for the mass, like King did, like
who?
Martin Luther King did, and like Malcolm X did. He gave up his life for his people. See, it's hard for him.
We talked about that. He didn't get it.
Okay, well, I mean, where he sacrificed his life to try to for the people, I guess.
I do not think King went into that thinking that he really die. But he really wanted to make a difference in what he was doing and really help guide his people. But he didn't give his life for that.
Well, okay, so what I'm saying is
the devil just took it.
But to do that, you are sacrificing yourself for that to come at you. See what I'm saying?
But see,
I'm not willing to do all that for these.
Okay, so that's the difference, though.
I love my phone, but I ain't trying to sacrifice my
Okay,
phone.
so the thing about it is, when God called you to do something, it ain't about what you want. It ain't about what you going and gonna not do. Either you gonna do it
or you not,
or you gonna just like you gonna remove you.
Right.
So if you ever call, people can't tell you that you called. They can't tell you that they see you doing this. That ain't them for to do that.
Well, the thing is,
it's for God to tell you that.
Well, the thing is, that's my lineage.
That's what?
That's my lineage. Everybody that before me was a pastor. My dad's dad was a pastor.
Okay, so that could be something that you fight. That might be a calling that God have on you, and you fighting that. You don't know. I don't know, but maybe it is something that you fight because you too tuned into yourself.
I am.
A pastor can't be selfish.
Correct.
You can't be self-centered. You can't be all about me and what's best for me and what. No.
Absolutely.
Because it's not about you.
Absolutely.
Everything you do is for God. It ain't even for the people.
Absolutely.
It's for God.
Jimmy, why you not a pastor?
See, EJ, that's why I was going to go, but I did thank you for that one. But this is what I'm so see, this is thank you, EJ. But that's the thing, that's the question that was asked again. I had to sit here and think about it like, hey, do I want I know Kevin Cook is that kind of guy who is not going to study no word.
But you the type of guy that God would actually use because of that.
Because I won't study the word.
No, because of the fact that people need to see. We talked about this last week. Sometimes we need to see God in other people, not hear it all the time. Sometimes you get up here, some of these pastors get up here, they intellectual as fuck. They got good vocabulary, they got good charisma. They could draw a room, you know what I'm saying, with their conversation, but it has no anointing on it. It's just all intellect. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people can't discern that. So God would take a person like yourself into a ministry to help move people so people can see God work. We need to see, like, anytime we living in now, we need to see God do something about the shit we talk about. We need to see that. We see what I'm saying?
That's the way he want to use me. Let him use me.
But he can't use you because you got guardrails and resistance
Well,
on.
no,
because
no.
you're saying what you're not going to do
No.
and how you're not. You got to surrender yourself and submit yourself to God. That's the only way he can use you.
The thing is, let me tell you now.
That's it.
We about to go into a whole nother realm. See, yesterday I just had a conversation with a truck driver out of Miami, Florida, down there in Jacksonville. Huh?
And you with another one out of Miami, Florida. Shout out to 305, baby.
305.
Live in the city.
They just be finding me. I don't know why the 305 be finding me. But me and that brother had a strong, out the blue, he just started talking to me. He just started telling me his whole life. And I'm saying, like, not sitting here like, why you doing all this? No, I'm listening to him and the things that he's saying to me about his life, him being in prison and all this stuff. We just up here for be checking out. We dropping off loads and we getting our paperwork. And this turned our way into him telling me about him getting divorced and him being in prison and how the trucking is now. This general conversation. So as I started talking to him outside of what I had going on, what I was doing, focusing on myself, and one thing I said, I told him, I said, dude, I don't, because I think it was something that came up. It had to do with a marriage or a woman or something. And I said, brother, let me tell you something. At this point in my life right now, at 48, dude, I'm rebuilding a lot of folks telling me at 48 it's gonna be hard for you to rebuild. But what they not understanding is the way God has been moving in my life to where I ain't saying it's easy, but it's like take the first step forward and I open the rest of the path up. You just keep going. I'm gonna open the rest of the path up for you. Right. So when you be able to tell somebody how you did all that, all they're gonna say is, God, I don't know how I did.
It ain't gonna be for you. It ain't gonna be for you. Just think about all the prophets that came before. They never really got a chance to enjoy the mission that they was on.
And that's where I'm at, right there with it. And I told Buddy, I said, man, the path that I'm on right now, dog, I might not even be able to see to enjoy the back end of it. My son gonna probably be the one to take all that and enjoy it. But at the same time,
or the vice versa.
Right, or the vice versa. And I said,
or he'll take your curses.
And I said, the thing is, as long as I keep going and doing what I feel like I'm led to do, even though I sometimes be scared as hell. I ain't gonna lie. But it's like, as long as you keep going and doing what you're supposed to be doing, it'll all work out. It might not work out the way you want it to work out, but it's gonna work out.
So the golden question for you is your replacement when you took your family out of the church. The replacement is what your son is gonna endure. Whatever it is that you replace, he's gonna either do it. Whatever he missed, he's gonna miss it.
Correct.
So as like we talk about this all the time about the man, we had a show last week about masculine men. Masculine men, they cover those areas: spiritual, emotional, protective, financial. Those areas are your responsibility. So if you're not covering that area spiritually, then he's gonna go without.
What's the thing is, I told some of the conversations that men have had with that, I was telling them, look at your mama's gonna want to go to church, your grandmother's gonna want to go to church. Son, you have to go to church within the day to see what's going on. You have to at least know that there is a God that resides within you. You have to know it. Only way I knew that was because I had a church background. So you have to have a church background. So when your daddy started talking to you about some of the things that's going on in your daddy's life, I'm always mentioning God in it. So my prayer has always been, Lord, I'm gonna talk enough about you to my son that he knows that he's gonna have to know that you are real. Because anything that I manifest, anything that comes forward, and you see the fruition of what your dad has been talking about, I'm gonna always say that nobody but God has done that for your dad. You have to know that that's the same God that you're gonna be praying to when you start hearing in church that there is a God. You might not be listening about what you might be like. I went through church. Honestly, y'all, everything was a blur.
You,
Honestly, yes. I was just
so you was
there.
in that sleep.
Yeah, eating candy and all that shit. You know
Look
what
at
I'm
that
saying?
Sister Glory booty.
Look,
With
so was I. So
No,
was I.
no,
I ain't even gonna lie. So
no.
was I.
you
No,
didn't
see,
say on that.
no,
You look at that Sister Glory booty when she got up with paying the time.
we was kids, man. You know, you a little horn dog. You a horn dog. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Don't start. Don't act like that. Don't act
Hey,
like I'm the only
hey,
one that see
hey,
shit like
he's a
that.
little mannish.
You ain't
little-
nothing but a
Yeah,
whore.
little mannish little boy.
We don't give it. We
Look.
don't give Elvis credit over here. Though.
Come on.
Look, I don't want to cut you off, but Cook, I do have a question because I'm a little confused.
Uh-huh.
So you said you took your family out of the church, but you didn't know what to replace it with. So when you took them out of the church, so you're not saying you didn't believe in God, you just didn't believe in the way the pastor was teaching about God. Is that what it is? And then what did you do? Take it and decided to teach yourself and to teach your kids the way you think
Excellent.
about it?
But before you answer, sir,
Okay,
before you answer,
Go ahead.
I need the claps or something on that. Coco, that was great interview. That was great,
I
man.
really
I'm
wanna
talking
know.
about that was top tier segue. I want to give you your props,
Okay,
man.
well, thank
You
you.
did a good job on that. And yes, I'm being extra on purpose, but you
Right.
that was because
Then we sit there thinking.
great
Right.
job. You know what I'm saying? How could I get in there and do it? You
Yeah.
She got
Because
Go,
I
you
needed
did
to
it.
know. I
ain't
mean,
even tried it.
that's why that's the host right there, y'all. That's why.
because I get what you're saying. I get all that, but it's just throwing a few things are throwing me off with what you're saying. So I'm just I really want to know. I'm interested to know.
I'm gonna answer that. Y'all know the story of Moses. Y'all do know the story of Moses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which part? Because it's a lot of shit. The nigga did. I mean, like it's a lot of shit.
Well,
He
There
said
was a
Moses.
lot
Okay.
with Moses. Which
So
part?
we do know that when Moses was leading people out of Egypt and he was leading to the promised land, that there were many questions, just like you just asked, that was asked to Moses also.
Okay.
And it was more of, damn it, quit asking questions, just follow.
Okay.
Moses, for all we know, Moses, I don't think, well, and you might confirm that he did, but I never saw that Moses had an actual plan the way he went. He just went to where God led him. And the people had to trust that he was leading them in the right way. Even though they was asking questions and acting like a bunch of, that was, I'm tired of this. We've been out here for this long. Where we going? When we get there and all this stuff. Just like little kids in the back seat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where we going? But you doing the drive. They ass ain't driving. Your ass riding. So if you riding, you should get them. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So with that, to answer your question, I was more of okay, like I don't know. I don't know why I don't know, but some just telling me this ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So and I think that when and even to this day, looking at my life now, I still ride on that. I don't know, but as it's moving along, it's like it's being revealed.
Okay.
And every time and the things that I want, that I really want to happen,
Mhm.
it's like, okay, they're happening.
Okay.
That in
When I
itself,
speak
though,
it's like
implies what? That implies faith.
that's faith.
And so, with her second part of that question, was it taking it away from the church or taking it away from that specific church?
Yeah.
It wasn't that specific church. It was more of taking about a church, period. Because I'm like,
Was
remember I said
was
earlier.
it taken away from Christianity?
No. It was just taken away from church, period. Because my deal was, like I said earlier, every church we started visiting, it was the same thing. So to do a reset, to know what you really need out of it, you have to be pulled out of it. It's no different than a crackhead being in a crack house.
Mhm.
If you keep putting a crackhead in a crack house, eventually he's going to start back doing crack again. You can't get off crack if you're living and still hanging around a bunch of crack
That's a
addicts.
terrible
It's-
comparison, though.
Hey, baby, but it's a powerful. We know it's a pop. Rick James said it's a hell of a drug.
Right.
So we
That's-
already know.
that's
So that's the
terrible
reason why I
comparison.
went there, because I'm like, that.
So the tradition of church was a drug. It wasn't about what the Bible is supposed to be about.
Correct.
It
We see
became
right now who would sit up here if you said something about their church, they're about to jump on you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you said things about their pastor, they're about to jump on you. So that's no different than a crack here. I'm trying to take this crack from you without giving you the proper measurements to get off the crack. You want to jump on me. You want to shoot me. You'll rob everything.
But you do
You're gonna
know,
break in my house.
but you do know, there's no, if you're trying to reach people, you don't degrade what it is they believe in.
No, I never
You
degrade.
do know that.
I don't degrade the church. I've never
Right.
done that. I said that for me and mine. Let me
No,
take us
I
out
know.
of
I was
here
just
because
responding to the analogy to using with the crack and the pastor and the church. If you say something about people's church, you say something about their pastor, they ready to jump on you.
Is
So
that
I
not
take
true,
that
though?
as you making a derogative statement about the church and
No,
a
okay, I see what you're
derogative statement
saying.
as
To
a
make
pastor
them
to make them want to
at you.
jump on you,
No,
right?
it's just something as simple as revealing truth when you know truth and you see what's going on in the church. But you
Okay, but what's your truth? We talked about this Sunday, no Friday. None of us truly knows what we believe is the truth.
It's the truth.
We don't.
That's where faith comes.
We don't.
Like EJ just said, we don't know. No, nobody come down and say, "Listen, this is the way. Christianity is the way. The Muslim, this the way. Buddha, this is the way." All of us has a common goal, and that's to get to God,
Enlightenment.
to hopefully to be pleasing to God, to where we are able to inherit the kingdom, right, after death, and then have a little bit here on earth. That's what the prayer say, right? So we don't have to die to have our kingdom. We can actually have it here on
We
earth.
have it here on earth.
So
So
as long as we live according to God's law.
But to his point, right? I can see where you're coming from because a lot of times, and I've been in church my whole entire life. I damn near almost was born. I almost came out the pussy on choir stand. You know what I mean? Just being for real, for real. Literally, she was having contractions, singing.
You say your mom was a pastor.
Yeah.
Your mom was a pastor anyway.
So cool.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah.
Damn near almost dropped me off. She had me like 45 minutes later.
Right.
So the problem is, to your point, is like there's a pastor that I know that's here in this area, right? If I said the things that I knew, I know the backlash would be so bad. But it is my truth, and I know these things, right? Okay. And I know this ain't no I'm guessing. This ain't no nothing. This is I know.
Right.
Give you an example. This is the type of guy, he's always there for the photo ops, but he's rarely ever there for the actual work to be done. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker chat GPT and sermons. You want to know how I know? Because I can take my chat GPT and while you're talking, I can record it and say, hey, is this something that somebody did? And then the thing will respond, this is most likely a this due to this, this, and this. This terminology is something that a normal human being does not do or does not da and stuff like that.
Right.
When I do it, and I've done it with other people and different things that I hear or whatnot. And it's like, oh no, that's most likely inhuman. This mannerisms match,
Right.
These shits do crazy stuff, by the way. Just they know how you speak, they know your inflections, they know all this stuff. So
they study your algorithm.
If I told people this, people gonna get in their feelings. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna get the backlash because why are you coming at this person or why are you whatever, to your point. So if you see this type of stuff, right? Now I've had to realize that church hurt in general and all of this stuff, when I see this, it's not the church, it is the specific people. So I always still remember the part of the Bible, the Christianity, I'm going to research for myself, like Jimmy talks about and stuff like that. Cool. So I don't have to listen to you. It's fine. You do your thing.
Right.
But if I'm here or if I'm there, wherever that's I'm at, it's me and my understanding also directly with God. We don't need a mediator anymore. You know what I'm saying? Coming into the New Testament, we don't need a mediator. We don't need anybody to pray over us. We don't need anybody to give blessings like the Catholics and shit be still doing now. So now with that understanding, I can move better. But to you saw certain things, right? You seen it.
Right.
You decided to remove your family. But just like you were saying, if you had a spoke about it, how you do, they want to jump on you. Why you saying that? But that could be his truth. that he
Right.
sees and that he knows through his research.
But only thing that I said with him, he didn't know what it was. So if you don't know, then what are you at? What movie?
Feelings.
I mean, like I said,
It's
some things-
Y'all talked
some
about
things you cannot-
intuition, right?
Correct.
Right.
Some
Y'all
things you
believe in
cannot
intuition.
see.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Even you said to a
Right.
certain degree, you believe in intuition and gut feelings and things like that, right?
Discernment.
Yeah, discernment.
Right.
So if that discernment was given to you, this ain't right.
It's not-
My only
that's
thing
why I
is
said
it's not Christianity as a whole that's not right. It's most likely it's those churches that you went to.
It's the
And
church, it's the church that I'm gonna say it was more of the whole. It was some of the churches I went to, but at the same time, it was still something in my spirit that said it's not right. And sometimes I can't, sometimes I could just bypass it. But I know in my past that when I bypass what went on in my spirit, I should have went with the hell was in my spirit that couldn't talk to me. See, and the things that I listen to in my spirit, it always comes back to like it confirmed it, and it was a reward for listening to that. Listen to that. See, and I mean because and it may not be y'all may not be able to relate to some of the stuff that
I
I say.
understand exactly what you're saying. I'm just, I guess I'm not clear as Nika was on her question.
I'm still not clear
I
because
understand what you're saying because I kind of did the
so is
same
it the
thing, but I had
teaching
something
that's the
that
problem?
God gave me. God didn't. I just feel like this, and I'm not saying anything towards you, any shot towards you, but I do feel like when God removes you or takes something from you, when God does it, God always gives something in place of it. Now, when we do it our own, we don't know what's going in place because sometimes your intuition could not be as real as you think it is. It could just be your self-centeredness and your selfishness and your what they call your defiance. Your defiance. You see what I'm saying? Of what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? So I know because I went through the same. You know that you went through that whole Liberty University course with me. You know that biblical theology class. You went through the whole thing with me, and I explained to you. You know what I'm saying, what it was that God was doing for me during that time. God was revealing things to me through my studying that I needed in order to relate to my kids and my family and to lead my family with it. Because I took something from my family, especially my wife, that she actually grew up and believed in. And so she was like, well, you going to do this, then where we going? Where we going? And you can't blame her for wanting to know where we going.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, this where we going. I had the answer.
Yeah.
This is where we going. This is what we finna do.
You
This
ain't
is where
got the answer, Sway.
Okay.
Sway, you ain't got. I'm sorry. Trigger me.
I mean, I get what you're saying, and I ain't, knocking anything you saying, but because I went through that same thing somewhat, but like I say, it was something in place, and I get the same thing you get, like they were saying, because I'm just that type of person that I'm gonna challenge you. That's why I don't mind being challenged, but because I'm gonna challenge you. You know what I'm saying? When a pastor say certain things about certain things that I say or do, I'm gonna challenge you.
Yeah,
You know
because
what
I'm
I'm saying?
confused because you said you would never study the Bible, but how can you?
No. I said I would. What I mean by I would never, I mean it's more of like past. It's like I guess I said I never.
We gonna get that. We gonna get it straight.
We gonna get it straight. We gonna get it straight.
We gonna
get it straight.
Because I'm like, how can you go to your son and tell him about God? Because that's why I was confused that you took him out to church, but you're not saying you don't believe in God. But if you don't study the Bible, how can you know where you're going? Like, don't you still have to study
No.
the Bible? No. Okay.
No, especially if God have a calling on your life.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
God will reveal things to you. That's why I don't believe when people prophesize over you and tell you things.
But see,
that
but you
God
have
had
to
said.
study the Bible though, because didn't you say that there's a book there's a book of the Bible that tells you everything you need to know? Like, why wouldn't I want
No,
to study that?
no, it's
Well,
not.
I
You
think
kind of, if
You
I
you see what I'm
said it, I
saying?
might
Like,
have
yeah.
No.
misspoken.
He's talking about
Yeah.
Proverbs and that it can give you
Instruction.
some instructions
Right.
on
Right. Yeah. Not,
Correct.
yeah.
specific things.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I was like,
Yeah, because
I ain't
yeah, I
really-
thought you were
My
saying
boy
if
said,
you
I ain't
read
say
the
that shit. What
Bible,
you talking about? What you
No.
talking about?
you said if you read
You
the
see that look? He
Bible,
said,
Shit.
I was lost. I was like, did I say that?
I'm sorry.
I had a couple
You said
drinks.
if you read the Bible, it'll tell you everything everything you should know. Like it'll tell you
It'll-
who you
No,
are,
no,
right?
I think what he
That's
said.
the part you
It
said, right?
reveals your identity.
It reveals your identity.
Right.
So
And
you would want to read the Bible for that reason, right?
You would,
you would. Correct.
of course.
Well, I think what he
But
was
what-
going with,
But
with
what
that
he's
was
talking about is totally
it's
different.
totally different.
Right.
That's what
Okay.
he was because when he asked that when he came back and asked me that, it's when he gave me the information, he was saying, I believe you were saying, well, Cook, when I took my family out of church, I had a course of where we were going.
Right,
Okay.
right.
See, for me, it was like for me on my end, it's like when I said I did not have a course, mine
Right.
was more of a spiritual deal. And he
Okay.
gave an explanation of what that may have been versus spiritual. I'm like, well, I can't agree with it because
Possibility, yeah.
possibility. But
Right.
I'm like, well, it's exactly what that is. It's a possibility.
Possibility, right.
See, so
Okay.
I can't say that. And that's why I threw Moses out there. I'm like, well, people maybe thought the same. We don't know. We weren't right there when Moses was leading people out of Egypt. We don't know. We don't know what was going on. We don't know the conversations. We only saw what was in the book. You know what I'm saying? Of
Right.
how, but it did state that people were complaining.
They were cutting up.
It was cutting up. And like some ass. Like,
Yes, sir.
it
Yes,
did
sir.
state that. So that gives me the illusion that people did ask questions.
They want to
And
go
he
back.
did- they
Someone
wanted-
want to go back.
Someone want to go back
They want to go back.
because they didn't know where they were going. But the
Mm.
thing is, if I'm leading you and I'm your husband, I'm leading you,
Mhm.
then I already expect you to have all them questions. I already expect you to not want to follow me where I'm going.
Mhm.
But my deal is, if this is truly from God and I'm believing this is truly God, I can't even answer the question. I don't know what God got me doing.
I got
I
you.
really
Okay.
don't.
You got
Okay.
a point.
But if it
Okay.
happens and it comes out in a positive way, Lord, thank you. If it doesn't, then God, I'm willing to step up and say, okay, I fucked up.
I
I mean,
get
that's even with the
Okay.
and I'm saying even with this, and I'm gonna give an example, like with this COVID shot deal when the COVID was going around. I'm telling you, I got my ass ringed about that for the COVID
you
shot.
didn't get the shot.
Oh my hell no! And I didn't get my son the shot. And I stand on it. I told her, I said, let me tell you something. If something happens to my son right now,
Yeah.
Lord forbid, I am willing to take the hit for that and say that this was my fault. I fucked up. But the fact that it did happen to him and he got sick with a little cold, but he had COVID. He had
Right,
a
of
damn
course.
cold.
Who took
Everybody
it?
had COVID,
EJ,
no
you
matter
took
what
the
kind of
shot?
cold you get.
You took-
hell the fuck no. Gotta look,
Yeah.
like- look, the military
No.
shot me
I
up with
did.
enough stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I was good with all of that.
Yeah.
I wish a nigga would try to. Luckily, I ain't have to deal with it. I would have quit that day. I got to do what? All
Yeah.
right, bet. I got whatever PTO I had would have been used,
to
and
the
then
ran
that's the
out.
day I would have quit.
I
Right.
got
So the say
my
that,
dumb
and
ass took the shot.
I took-
Yeah.
I was in healthcare. We had to take
Y'all
it.
had-
They
I
made
took the
us.
shot.
she did
I took
too.
the shot
So I
because my
couldn't
father-in-law was like, he just like, Jimmy, look, man, hey, y'all got the baby.
Talk you into it.
Yeah, he took the shot, and I said, this man ain't got 80-something years old.
I
being
remember me and
stupid.
you having that talk about
That's what I
that. We
said. I
talked
said, this
about
man, 87, 80, I think at the time he was 84, 83 years old. I said, you think I'm finna listen to him?
Right.
I
We talked about it.
I'm finna listen to
Yeah.
my father-in-law and do it because,
Well, you said your father-in-law.
yeah,
What?
You said in-law.
in-law.
Oh,
Jimmy,
Lord.
you said in-law.
In-law.
And he didn't say your daddy.
My father, hey, listen, my father-in-law like my pop, man. He, you know what I'm saying? Me and him were here.
I think your red dad have been like, boy, you better take that. You know,
My
I
dad,
real
see,
old
my
school as a
dad,
fuck.
my daddy probably would have not, you know what I'm saying?
In
That's
defiance.
why
Act in defiance.
he left this world early because he would take his ass to the doctor.
I'm
Jimmy.
that same motherfucker. I'm that same guy.
Hey,
But because I had the
This
same
is the
dad.
father-in-law lady you with now.
yeah,
I mean, my parents. Took
I
it.
mean, it's
Both
trying
of
to
my
make your life
parents took it.
easier because I get it, but
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man.
dog.
I don't know.
If
Both
my
my parents.
father
took
out
it.
here right now, he'd tell you that Jimmy is stand up dude. He had respect for me. I had respect for him. I respected him, you know what I'm saying, as a man. He respected me as a man. We never had.
I hope mine die tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Fuck that nigga.
I get along.
He was just in the hospital a couple days ago for congestive heart failure, and I hope that motherfucker die
Damn.
tomorrow.
What?
Damn.
Fuck
dog.
him.
Oh, come
Jesus,
on.
is
I hope
that
your
Fuck
wife- I hope
him.
your wife ain't
Allegedly.
like
Fuck Jeffrey.
Allegedly.
that.
Fuck
Allegedly.
Jeffrey
Allegedly.
Brown. Fuck
Allegedly.
that
Oh my
nigga.
God.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Fuck
Yeah,
him.
But
yeah,
I said it to say
took
this.
it.
When that, that.
Fuck
this-
Jeffrey Brown.
Oh,
I had to make sure that y'all know his name.
please.
But going back to the question. But going back to the question, it was one of the things where
Called me foolish
for
in the
me,
text just the other day because he mad.
hey, it was one of the things where I had to stand up and say, well, hey, if something happens with my son, and that's everybody on the book knows that boy is my pride and joy. Everyone knows that. That's my only son. And if I'm willing to take a risk with me and my only son, if we die, me and him gone together. Your ass still here. See what I'm saying? But I'm willing to say I will stand up against that because
Right.
I'm putting me and my son. I'm sacrificing my life and my son. Lord, what better sacrifice?
Well, you went
is
with
that?
your discernment then.
You see
Your
what I'm saying?
discernment said,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't get your son. You went with it.
And
Y'all want to know what my discernment tell me?
Oh,
What that?
Lord.
Fuck Jeffrey Brown.
Oh, my
Man,
God.
go.
Y'all keep falling for it. Don't keep doing
Hey,
it.
so we gonna have a show about Jeffrey Brown.
Jimmy Brown, yeah.
Yeah.
What,
and
in-laws?
the in-laws.
In-laws?
Well, I get
Ooh,
listen.
we
Oh, my God.
But now, I get along with my in-laws. They, I love them. They seem like they love me. They ain't had no issue with none of my in-laws, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law.
Man, my mother-in-law sued me, man. I don't want to hear that shit, man.
Jesus.
Fuck that
So
bitch, too.
a mother-in-law and the father-in-law?
Yeah. And they not even together.
And they ain't together.
They ain't together. Can I get into it, y'all? We're going to do this another show.
It had to be something. It had to be something.
Yeah, they two separate households.
You got to be cut.
Yeah.
You got to
They
be
just
cut
both
up.
don't like me.
It had to
You
be
got
something.
You doing something. You doing something.
Bruh.
For
I'm
both?
just, okay. Who I am is who I am, bruh. You know what I'm
They
saying?
just don't like you.
Listen, okay.
Oh, my God.
With I
Do I got time today?
Oh,
Or y'all want me to do this?
Hey, we ain't on the time. Friday. I ain't got to work tomorrow.
So father-in-law, you know what I'm saying, ain't never really been in her life for real. Okay, he was in jail back in the day, whatever.
Hold
whatever.
up. You sure your wife okay with you putting up
Yeah, because
business out here? 'Cause
This me.
I don't want her to report my page.
This me. All
We
right.
would put this on hot seat page.
Hot seat page.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna wait to bring you over there. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, I wait to bring you over there.
To see
All right.
you report my, Jeffrey Brown report my.
Jimmy Brown was
We off the air for 2 weeks. Yeah, we
Hey.
off the air for 2 weeks.
Hey.
You got to come on in here.
With a crackhead.
Okay,
ass.
we don't have no choice
We
here.
talking about them crackheads and stuff like that with the
Oh,
crackhead
my
ass.
Like that.
Please,
Leave them alone.
y'all.
Stall them out.
Jimmy Brown did that.
But we did have another topic that we got so far away from it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, if you want to save for it, maybe save it for Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. We might have to say.
Yeah.
I'm okay with doing this
Boy,
Sunday.
Ryan say I go through with my in-law. They
Oh,
better.
Lord.
Oh,
He said
He
they
said they
got
definitely
dementia.
got-
He said they got dementia.
Big homie, I be praying for you, big homie, man. I know what I don't know what you're going through. I can't say because I ain't been there, but I can.
Well, I know what you're going through, my boy. I can say it because
Yeah,
I got you.
I be praying for you, big homie. I know how it is, especially when they at the house with you.
Mm.
In your safe space.
Oh, that's different. Man. I don't know that.
Saying?
I was-
That's kind of rough.
Man, I'm talking about come
That's
home
kinda
and you
rough.
want it.
Yeah.
In my mindset, I'm gonna pull up in this driveway. Go ahead and get me something to eat.
I'm
gonna
just
chill in
blessed. I'm
gonna
just
chill in my
blessed.
natural.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm
I
blessed.
pull up
I
your
don't have
driveway.
those.
Yo, who wait a minute? Why I didn't know that you was gonna be here
Mm.
for the next 4 or 5 hours? How about I want to just come off the road, come home and decompress?
I thought you and your mother-in-law was straight at one time. Once.
I mean, We were straight. We are straight.
It didn't get like
it
that
just said,
till, you
No.
know,
No. I mean, you know how there are things that happen that you just don't speak on.
Right, okay.
That's how it is. It was
Okay, I
like,
got
you know,
you.
little
A
things
lot of
like
little shit
that.
was going on.
Yeah,
You
and
been
I'm like,
keeping it.
let me
You
just, you
tucking it.
know, it's your mama.
Yeah.
It's your mama. But it's like, nigga, you want to come home and walk around with your t-shirt on and your goddamn boxers on?
Who?
He talking about himself.
Myself.
Oh, okay.
Shit,
That's
and
a
I can't
goddamn
come home and-
Bond was doing that?
No, hell no. What I'm saying is I might want to come home and get comfortable. It's your house. You should be able to
Right.
get comfortable in your house.
And he said mother-in-law at
And
the house
mother-in-law
when he
at
taking
the house.
him.
My
Yeah.
mother-in-law
Yeah.
went into
Yeah.
the whole Tom's
Dog,
factory
Let's just
and
try
said,
this. I might
talk
wanna
shit
come-
about me.
I might want to come home and blow.
She went into the factory.
Let's just say this right
What's
here.
your mother-in-law name? No, I'm sorry. What am I thinking about? We live.
We live. That
We
shit.
ain't gonna do that. We ain't
Hey,
gonna do
let
that.
me go.
Don't tell her.
Yeah. Hold off on this.
Don't
EJ,
tell
you
her.
finna
Don't
start
do
some
it.
shit.
Don't do it.
But I'm saying is like, say you done been on the road, but just say you out the street. Y'all already know. I know everybody in this room that had I gotta blow the bathroom up moment. Everybody's had that shit. When you on the edge of your seat
All the
you
time.
hauling ass, and you on the brink of the fucking destruction. And when you pull that
He said the
driveway,
brink of destruction.
the damn cars in the driveway. Man, I can't even go. Oh God, damn! I can't even go ahead and do my thing.
You
see what I'm
you'll
saying?
still have to do it. She just gotta.
I mean,
gotta suffer.
correct, but I don't want you knowing me like that. Your
Mm.
daughter might know me like that, but I don't need you knowing me like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
I
I'm
understand.
I'ma
saying
throw that
like
thing,
you still
I'm-
gotta do it.
Boo
I
boo.
understand, but at the same time, it just fucks up your first way be fucked up. Well, my first way be fucked up.
What you doing?
We gonna get into this.
You wanna
right
touch on
quick.
it?
We're gonna touch on
Okay.
it for a minute.
He wanna touch on
So
it.
I'm gonna play the video. Y'all won't see it, but y'all will hear it. So we're gonna play the video, then we're gonna come out of the video on top of that about 10, 15, 20 minutes at the most.
I bet.
Taking the identity of the
10,
hoes
15, 20
while still
minutes
trying to
at the
claim
most.
yourself to be a
I
quote unquote
bet.
good woman?
Hoes ruined everything for us good women. Yes, I will repeat that statement. The hoes ruined everything for us women who did shit righteously. Dude, I can't even say I have a social media account without somebody going like, oh, OnlyFans. I can't even post a picture of me at Nobu without someone being like, oh,
Taking
Sugar
the
daddy.
identity of the hoes
thanks a lot.
while still
No,
trying to
baby.
claim
The
yourself to
reason
be
why
a quote
you
unquote
cannot
good
blame
woman?
the
Hoes
hoes
ruined
is
everything
because
for
the
us good
hoes
women.
are
Yes, I will
not
repeat that
the ones
statement.
that
The
be-
hoes
they go into
ruined
the situation,
everything for us
transactional,
women
they get the
who
things,
did
they
shit
do the things,
righteously.
they fly out, they do
I
whatever
can't
they
even
want to
say
do.
I have a
And
social media account
y'all
without somebody going like, oh,
started
OnlyFans.
wanting
I can't even post
the
a picture of
lifestyle
me
that
at
the hoes
Nobu
got.
without someone being like, oh,
That's the reason
Sugar
why
daddy.
everything's so fucked now.
Thanks a lot.
Everybody's dressing like the hoes. Everybody's talking like the
Hoes
hoes.
ruined everything for us
Everybody
good
is
women.
doing
Yes, I will repeat that
everything
statement. The
that the hoes
hoes
are doing
ruined
now.
everything
Nobody
for
can
us
tell that
women
they get the
who did
things, they
shit
do the
There
things,
used
they
to
fly
be
out,
a
they
I
distinction
can't even
between the
say
two,
I have a social media account
good
without
girls and
somebody going
hoes.
like, oh,
Started
OnlyFans.
wanting.
I
Everybody
can't
look
even
the
post a
same.
picture
How
of me
you
at
expect a
Nobu
man to
without
even
someone
be
being
able
like,
to
oh,
tell
That's the
that
reason
you're
why
not a
everything's
hoe
so
when you
fucked
looking
now.
like one,
Everybody's
you're
dressing
acting like
like
one,
one.
you're talking
Everybody's
like one,
talking. Hoes ruined everything for us
being
good women. Yes, I will
transactional
repeat
like
that
one,
statement. The
requesting
hoes
things like
ruined
one.
everything
Like
for us women
y'all
who
did this
did
to
shit
yourself.
There used to be
Y'all
I
want
can't
to
even
between
say
the two.
I have a social media
Good
account
girls
without
and
somebody going
hoes.
like, oh,
So
OnlyFans.
now
wanting.
I
everybody
can't even
Okay.
All right, so if you hopefully that everybody heard we heard about the 304 hoes, women looking like hoes, dressing like hoes. Everybody now look like a hoe, but they don't want to classify themselves as a hoe. And that was the other part of the show about women that dress provocative. Why a lot of women say men are insecure because they don't want their women dressing, too provocative or too sexy, however they want to put it in terms or whatever. So I would say, people wear uniforms for identity.
Well,
That's the reason why they made uniforms. So I think some women there's a difference between dressing sexy and dressing hoish.
Uh-oh.
Good Lord, this boy.
No, I done fixed all this. Stop doing all this. It's still doing it.
Yeah, he didn't had too much of that crown over there.
Oh, he done had the crown.
But
I-
but like I say, look at this. See now you see why I want You see why I want
I
the
see why
cords
you
and
want
that?
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
say everything that go that way. You either got to go around the base, you got the baseboard, or be cordless. But anyway,
But y'all ain't see the reflexes though. Y'all ain't see
I
that
seen
though.
it, I
Y'all
seen
said-
it.
You caught it. You caught it. You caught it.
Go ahead.
So like I say, I don't care too much for too revealing women that's too revealing. I mean, I think it's attention seeker. I think women that especially like some of the women wear the shirts with all of the titties out. You go down there see the brown part around the nipple.
Right.
Appreciate y'all.
You
Appreciate
know what I'm
y'all.
saying?
Appreciate y'all
So,
though.
Yeah.
I don't care too much for that. So
Ryan said, "Don't dress to show it off. I like to use my imagination, look at the curves through the dress and jeans." Absolutely. I mean, that's the way I think when I dress. Because I know it looks right on my body. And it's just going to I can still accentuate places on my body without being revealed. And I've been told that before that, people have liked the way I dress because I'm not revealing, but it still has that sexiness to it. So that, I mean, when I go out or when I'm at the club and I'm at work, that's how I like to dress. That's how I like to look. But I can still get the same attention without being revealing.
well, I mean, I ain't never seen you wear
No,
nothing
you haven't
look
seen
hoish.
my
I ain't seen
yeah.
the club outfit. 'cause I don't
No,
think-
you ain't seen the club
Yeah,
outfit.
my club days.
I have.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
well,
he's
EJ
seen the
had to
club
speak on that.
outfit.
What it look like, EJ?
She still is presentable. Even at her worst is some of the best.
They best. That's what they go on job
Yeah.
interviews. Man.
This
That
will
work.
exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I can vouch for that 100% before I even came to the podcast.
But
And I used to be in that bitch promoting or doing
Yeah,
stuff
yeah, you
Friday,
always doing stuff in
Saturday,
there.
every sometime on a Thursday. So 2-3 days a week kind of thing.
So basically, you be in the club still very presentable.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah, I have to.
What's up?
So what? But
Still
that,
have club like attire on, but
so
still.
we probably wouldn't need you for this conversation. We need somebody who.
No, you need somebody.
Let's find a 304.
We need a 304. We need a 304 for this one right here.
Somebody who don't give
But-
a fuck about you saw me like this. You met me
Right,
this way,
you
I might
met me
change my
like this.
clothes.
She right
Yeah.
though. But
Yeah, she
right.
is right.
But she right. If that,
She right.
She's absolutely right.
she's absolutely right.
She is.
If you got it like that, then hey,
Better keep it.
Nah, I can change it.
yeah,
I can change it. I can change it. Remember?
it ain't gonna happen.
And-
There's
and
always
if it
somebody in that
does-
group, remember? That's why I said I can change it.
And
Bruh.
maybe temporarily.
She ain't met nobody like
Maybe
me.
temporarily.
I
It
don't
ain't
even
gonna be
think it's
long
gonna work
term.
temporarily. I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, I think they will temporarily. I think
You
they'll
think so?
try, but
Yeah.
that's not them. When it's not you, you can't keep it up.
Keep it up.
So they'll try to.
So
do
what
it
does
for
a
you.
hoe look like? Because that was the video was about
The thing
the
is,
look of a hoe.
the main part that I wanted to touch on is there is an epidemic where good girls now want to be hoe adjacent,
Okay.
right? They want to be close to the hoes.
Mhm.
They want to enjoy, like the one that the lady said on there, the lifestyle of a hoe,
Mhm.
but they don't quite want to be a hoe.
Right.
That invites
What's that look like?
that's why they start wearing all the stuff that they wear. They
Correct.
start moving their
want the-
line.
They
They
want
more
the attention
yes.
Correct.
like a hoe, but they don't want to.
They're not gonna
act of
actually
a hoe.
drop
They
it
don't.
to the floor, you know.
They
And,
don't want to set it out.
Yeah,
Well,
they ain't
that's-
gonna sell it directly.
Yeah, that's
You know
where
what I'm
the
saying?
whole
But they're gonna be
saying-
with the ones that do it. They're gonna wear the stuff that they wear. They're gonna start all of this stuff. They're gonna be close, right? They're gonna be with them.
Oh,
They might not be with them when they do it, but they're gonna be with them. Cause see, we have to be honest, and that's something that people do not want to talk
They
about.
don't want to be honest.
Birds of a feather truly do tend to flock together. All right,
I get that.
and
I get
and
that.
and
I
so
get that.
whenever I want to upgrade myself, I go and I find niggas that I feel are at a higher level than me, and I try to put myself with them, around them. I try to say, hey, I want to learn what you have, and I'm gonna put myself there because I want to be that bird
The
in
real
that
boss.
flock,
Right.
right?
Correct.
Right. I get that.
Well, you got a point there.
Sometimes I want to go a little to the other way. And there's a group of motherfuckers that I go and I start spending some more time with when I want to be a little, on some bullshit from time to
That
time.
right.
Because they gonna always know where the bullshit at. And so when I want to get into some bullshit, I
You
go
know where to
hang with
go.
them
Hang
niggas.
with them niggas.
And
They
that's
got
just
all
how
the
it
hoes.
goes.
It
So
is, I
when you
get it.
want to be a hoe, or when you want to be hoe
Hang with your
adjacent,
hoish
you
ass
go
friends.
exactly. And we got to stop pretending.
That they
Well,
ain't
I
hoes.
don't do that just because she might do it.
Goddamn
Don't
lie.
mean fuck out of here. Okay,
Sometimes.
it's still gonna bring up the percentage of the chance. I got friends that they lady don't really like me because of what I do and who I'm around, and their reasoning is the exact same reason. But EJ be around a lot of women though. You know what I'm saying? I know you gonna be if you with him. He always at some event. He always around the women. He have 5, 6 women on the podcast at one time. Like I don't want you to put you in that situation. Yada yada yada. It's the same fucking thing.
But
Go
EJ,
ahead,
I'm
Cook.
coming to your podcast sooner or later.
He said he about
Hey.
ready to be around the shenanigans.
I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
get my
hey.
number, hit me up.
Yeah.
And I didn't never do it. But then I started watching some EJ.
Maybe
Like,
you
oh,
do need to step up in there. That was the thing.
But see, then I had to narrow it down. I said, I thought EJ was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He ain't no goddamn Atlanta.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
shit. Okay, so you really love him. Okay.
Yeah.
EJ, I was not thinking
Like
about
that.
that.
That makes it even
I
better.
say
That
I
makes it
say
even
Atlanta
better.
on the thing
I
so
ain't
that
even-
way it'll get pushed to
I
the
ain't
market.
mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't even,
Oh,
and I ain't
it was
even
that
say it like that. with
I
your
know what you
eyes.
mean,
Right.
though, but bro,
Yeah.
the truth is the truth,
That
bro.
bullshit.
Please.
I said that man ain't in Atlanta.
Oh,
He right down
Oh
the
my
street.
God.
He ain't too far from me.
Well, that's kind of what I said.
That's what I said.
Oh
Ain't
my
nobody
God,
said
y'all,
that. You with
please.
that bullshit.
See?
That's that Crown Royal.
Oh no, TJ Steele said it best. That's the mentor
What
guy of
TJ?
mine,
TJ
right?
said
Hey, man,
304
304 perks,
bottle pop,
popping bottles.
Yeah, popping bottles, VIP section,
You know him?
best parties.
Is that TJ still there?
No, he sing. He was he was with DSOS, the band down Chase of Soul.
Oh, the one that be down there in is that the one that was down there in Atlanta doing the they get to Atlanta doing the old school Saturday.
Yeah, they do stuff like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I know. I don't know. I don't
That's
think I
your-
know him, but I've been out to see the DSOS at the Marriott. Now, is the Marriott? It's one
The
of them.
Hyatt, I
Mhm.
think.
Hyatt. It's
There
a
he is.
the
Hyatt.
Hyatt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's him. That's my mentor, guy who's been done a lot of things similar, being in entertainment, then being a husband, having to deal with all that type of stuff. So it's a guy that I talk to a lot,
Yeah.
go to my church. And you see, hey, listen, hoe adjacent. That's what they be.
Oh, adjacent.
You said it.
But when I wanted to learn some stuff,
Yeah.
perfect example, that's who I went to. That's who I
got-
put myself around when I
Listen.
wanted to do better,
That's
when
what
I
I'm
wanted
saying.
to be better.
They wear uniforms for identity.
Well, there is a saying for those women too. It's like we'll say,
Once a hoe, always a hoe.
no,
Oh.
that's not what I was about to say.
But it is
You
true.
can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
No,
That is
no, no,
true.
no, no, no. That women want
You're a
a
hoe 'cause you
sugar
don't know.
daddy.
Hoes flock together.
No,
You don't know it?
can y'all listen?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That women want a sugar daddy, but don't want to give up no sugar.
Yeah,
So that's kind of what they're saying. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you
That's
dress
a
like
nice
it, you
way of
act
putting
like
it.
it.
She took the nicest
I
one.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
I know
that's
that.
what it
What
is.
trick
Like,
they say? What trick they
I
say?
figure she's a hoe, but she can't help it because she don't know it.
Hey,
Oh, oh.
I'm not saying
look, y'all probably got a lot of lyrics for that. Okay, we're not about to go through that today. We ain't about to do it. Oh Lord.
What Trick said.
But yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, I wouldn't see a man wanting.
Why
now,
do you
well,
think we
it
take a
depends
to the
on-
hotel?
Depends on the
Oh.
man though. Depends on the
Hotel
man.
everybody,
And get
even
a
the
hoe
maid.
cakes.
You know, it's
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
but
Yo, oh
Hey,
my
yo.
God.
hey, that's a powerful.
Them hoes do run together, dog.
Yeah, they do flock.
They
together,
run
right
together.
They do. The hoes versus the good
Yeah.
girls. But like you said, the good girls want the attention that the hoes get. Well, they don't actually understand, baby girl. That ain't the attention that you really want.
Just like some thug niggas and shit run together. The back.
Here we go. Thank you. Let's talk about
And
it.
that's where I'm
Gangsters,
going with that.
thugs,
Like,
gang-
yeah,
Run
baby
gangsters.
girl,
like
the
Oh,
thug.
you not in the group? Oh,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
not in the
Let me
group.
tell you.
Yeah, we were
He's not
talking
in the
about
group.
that too because
Yeah.
niggas want to be thug adjacent now too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know you ain't about that life.
You out there.
You don't want to. You want the glam, that stuff. But when it come time to shoot, when it come time to go and handle some business,
Yeah, you like what's the name was on Mr. Side? Let me up the car. Let me up the car.
What the name was? Trey.
Yeah.
Trey.
Yeah, Trey
That
was
was
like,
Trey. Yeah.
Let me
up
out,
the car.
man.
'Cause nigga, you ain't about that life.
Trey
You know
wasn't
what I'm
about that
saying?
like he never really
That wasn't
portrayed
his
that.
life.
Though.
He never portrayed. So
He was just mad that day. A boy got killed,
It was
but he
emotional.
came to his senses very quickly.
Get me out this
Boys
car.
in the Hood.
Yeah, Boys in the
Oh,
Hood.
okay.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what's funny about that.
What the name? Cuba Good Jr. Remember
Yeah,
he played
Cuba
the
Gooding
part,
Jr.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what was funny about
Morris
that?
Chestnut.
See now,
She remember more Chestnut. You said that it was thousands
Yeah,
of
he
niggas
was
in there,
rich.
but she remember more Chestnut.
She
More
remember
Chestnut.
Chestnut. Yeah. Ricky got his ass shot off. You remember that nigga though?
You know, nigga died in that
Nigga
motherfucker.
died.
She
Motherfucker.
really-
Who was that nigga? Hey,
We remember everybody. It's
She.
Ice Cube. It's
That's-
Lawrence
that's-
Fishburne.
that's-
It's Angela Bassett.
you pulling them out hard now. It took you a while.
No.
More Chestnut.
You already said Cuba Gooding Jr. So the next person is Morris
Ice
Chestnut.
Cube.
Ice Cube.
I said Ice Cube. I'm
That
just saying
was-
Ice
you just
Cube.
said
I
it.
just said
He's on the back end, but Morris Chestnut was your first
You said
We already
Morris
had
nuts
it.
on your chest. I mean chestnut. That's what you said first.
We already had a discussion about the Chestnut.
Anyway, finish what you were
what the
saying,
other
Cook,
name?
about the.
Idris
Finish what you were
Elba.
saying.
I
What
mean,
you were
you know,
saying.
We did that.
Idris Elba. Oh.
Look at that.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, to what EJ was saying about about that association, it's crazy because me and Jimmy had to talk about the drive, the area that
But
the drive that everybody
allegedly.
everybody swear I was from, and I'm like,
Wait, you from the drive?
hell no,
Cook, you from the
for the
drive?
record,
Oh,
I am
Lord.
not from the drive.
Where you from?
I-
That's why you know where my church at. You said it real
I
quick that
did.
time.
He said he used to go there.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was in what they was called the neutral zone. I lived on the other side of Wickham.
Oh.
I just had a lot of partners that I hung with from the drive.
That is the drive, ain't it? Wickham.
No, Wickham, no. The other side of Wickham, you got Wickham, you got the drive. Then you got Evans, which is over here more towards St. Mary's. That was not the drive. They call that more Diamondwood.
Okay, yeah.
D-Wood,
Yeah,
yep.
D-Wood
Yeah,
bled
yeah.
over in that area.
Yeah.
But by me being around a
I
lot of
get
the
Diamondwood
drive,
and Bosswood confused.
oh yeah, a lot of people did. But by me being over there, a lot of my partners that I hung with, they were on the drive, and I knew so many people that were from the drive. And hell, a lot of the time,
Half a Kendrick from the drive.
The
People
drive
from the
starts
drive.
at basically the store.
it starts
That's
from the
pretty
store.
much right round
Yes.
that store
what-
that's
it
on the
starts from
side.
the store,
And
it's
then
Talk about
all
the tap
Dawson
room.
Estates.
before,
It's
yeah,
all
but a
that
little bit
on the
before the first store. That's right off Shadowwood
Twins, and
Diamond
and
on down.
Yeah, and from Alexander, which was right on the corner of Steve Mill
Yep.
and North Star, that's all that down is the drive.
Uh-huh.
Because when you start going
All the way
past
down to
that,
Dawson.
you talked about Columbia Heights then. And see,
That's
that was
still
Where the
the
park
drive.
is at. Where the park is at.
Correct.
Sure to be. But
Sure.
that's still the drive, Columbia Heights, all that shit was considered the drive.
no, it wasn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, it was not.
I-
Because I'm saying
For us
because-
younger ones, it turned into that because everybody's trying to claim it. But
you
you
know,
know,
from real talk, from that
Man.
from that OG status that they say I'm for the drive, it was not the drive. Because when I moved to Columbia Heights,
When I got
they
here,
was telling me I wasn't from the drive no more. Motherfucker, I just bought a house over here. What the fuck are y'all talking about? It was crazy. They're like, I just live over here. And plus, I still had my guys, Andre Miles, Kanye Jackson, Desert Core Proof, and what I'm gonna go back.
I ain't from there because I don't know the folks.
I don't know why he
I don't know. But I got you.
They were from Columbia Heights.
Columbia Heights.
So those are the guys. When I started, my daddy's best friend was Andre Miles' dad. So by us hanging out with them at that time, that's how I started going to St. James because that's where they went to church at. So from being over there, people started.
That turned right there on the drive.
It's on the drive, correct?
That
But-
turned right there by Chester's, ain't it?
It's no, it's
Little
by
bit down
Chester.
Chester.
It's close, but it's-
right beside.
It's on down the
Alexander.
street a bit.
Literally, Alexander and St. James is right there. Like Alexander here on
Alexander
North
what?
Star.
The street.
The grocery store.
Oh.
There's a grocery store called Alexander. Mr. Alexander lived out there at 431 on your road. No, you want one.
Man,
Don't tell that man. Wait.
This
He
nigga,
gone, man. Don't do that. Everybody.
this nigga
first
dropping
drive.
goddamn address. You want to give my address? You want to?
Man, whatever.
Yeah,
Everybody that was over there know me.
They got you within a 3-mile radius now.
On the drive or in Columbus.
No road. Where you at?
My bad. I'm
about to get my hand on that mute button on his. I had to mute.
So I had to put that black dot up there on you.
Goddamn mute his ass.
I didn't think I'm trying to explain the geography of that whole area. It's like, no, I was not, but I was not from the drive.
Okay, he wasn't from the drive.
I
y'all.
just had a lot of homeboys that I knew.
He from Alexander Street.
No, I was no.
Wickham.
No.
That's what you said, Wickham.
No, I
You
said
didn't say Wickham.
I said the other side.
The other side.
Wickham.
Okay.
from
All
Diamondwood.
right.
I was on the
He from
Diamondwood side,
Diamondwood.
but I didn't hang with no Diamondwood.
He didn't hang with
Okay.
Diamondwood.
I
He
was
hung
just
with the drive boy.
with the drive boys, and that's why everybody.
TJ said, "Oh, he old school for real. Park store and the church. He knew all
All
that.
that. Know about
yeah.
all
I
that.
know,
Yeah.
and that was funny because when people start saying that, I'm like, and when they get in the fights, what cook at? Cook
in the house?
Cook at the motherfucking house.
Looking out the goddamn screen, though.
Right. No, the glass though that somebody shot out.
Are you related to the lady that's running for city council?
No. One of my
stop it,
What he looking like?
It's funny
Stop
you
it.
ask that because hey, I had a daddy who was not letting you get involved with none of that bullshit. Even though he was at the house, you ain't getting involved in none of that bullshit. But to answer your question, EJ, no, I had out of shut this fuck.
Coco, you dirty, Coco.
Jimmy, fuck you.
Oh my God.
And Coco, you got down with that one. You got down. But no,
Let me
the
cry.
thing is, no, I wasn't involved with none of that gang shit that all them jokers was involved with.
Oh, shit.
We knew better. Stay your ass on the porch. I had that old school daddy who stay your ass. Yeah, he go out there doing his thing. He give your ass $20, and you and your friends can hang out at the house. You better not take your ass over there in that bullshit. That way you get you $20 to go over that bullshit. Because my dad knew what was going on.
$20
Gotta
back
stay out
then
there.
is
You gotta stay
$100,
out there.
boy.
What?
So
you
Pops
order-
had that money, boy.
No,
You
like
can order-
$20 was a lot, right?
You
Back in
order
them
two
days.
pizzas and all the boys over there, y'all hanging at the house eating pizza. You gotta go over there
I
and
know
deal with
that
that
right.
shit. So it was just that it was like
Ooh.
that. So but anyway, to go back to that. Yeah, so it's just that I knew a lot of folks from
Right.
over there because I associated and I was friends with a lot of folks over there. So I got wrapped up into that until I moved to Columbia Heights. It was the same damn thing. I got over there and moved to Columbia Heights. It's like, okay, you know so many folks over here.
Right.
We claiming you now. See
Now
what
they
I'm saying?
claim you.
Now they claim, yeah, cook them from Columbia Heights. No, not cook them. I just live on the street over here. So it's crazy.
They're cooking them.
Ain't cooking
Ain't
them.
none of that.
But yeah, for the record, I'm not from either or. Shut up, Jimmy.
Oh,
I'm not from
y'all
either
got
or. I'm from 333 Brazelman Avenue. And we call it the neutral zone.
Hey, y'all, I gotta
When
get
that
up
shit
out of here. I gotta.
What's up, Bridget?
Hey, Bridget.
Joining
What's
us,
up? What's up?
Who is Bridget?
We wild tonight. She been in here before,
She been in here a couple of times, but she hasn't been in here with you yet. Yeah, he hasn't been in.
Yeah, Bridget been on there a couple times. I've seen her on there.
Bridget.
Yeah.
She part of the.
Bridget Cole.
She part of the inner
She the one that pulled in from outside. She came in on
Friday.
on a
Oh yeah, she came in from satellite.
yeah.
up on
She was
satellite.
with the other girl, and it was you with
It was me, Bridget, and Janice.
yeah.
Frank.
Oh, okay. That's-
Yeah.
That's Friday.
She was on the at the desk.
Yeah.
Oh, she one of the ones that hate men too, huh?
Oh,
Oh, okay, that's one of her. Hey, Bridget.
Bridget.
Bridget, let
Don't
me
let
tell
her
you
do
something,
it,
Bridget.
girl.
Let me tell you something, Bridget. Y'all
Don't
some
let her-
hating ass women, man. Y'all some hating ass women. All right,
Uh-oh.
Bridget, I need you to
Type it now.
just understand
typing now.
that I ain't even gonna do this all man ain't bad stuff. But can y'all realize y'all ever do something wrong too? Can y'all please do?
We
Because
had
I
this
heard
conversation
no
before.
accountability on any of the podcast stuff that I heard you on. I heard nothing. I heard men suck, men this, men,
Where you
men
heard
are
that
bad,
at? Where you
men
heard
is
that
that.
at?
That's what I heard.
Where you heard that at?
That was last Friday.
That was last
Was it
Friday.
last Friday? Yeah.
I don't remember what
They
that
were
was.
talking about
That
hating
was last
men.
Friday.
That's all. Everything goes to the fault of a man. Everything in life. Everything.
It was last Friday.
Yeah.
If you ain't changed your drawers like you was supposed to, it's because something that a man did 4 years ago that caused you not to change your
That's who we
drawers.
really talking about.
Nisa. Because and I'm like, I didn't think I heard.
Bridget,
I heard
Bridget
more of
did,
Nisa.
yeah.
Right.
Brid-
'cause I know
Bridget be
I remember
amen.
Bridget-
Bridget be amen.
Nisa be throwing it out.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
That's why I said, damn, EJ, is she a professional cheater or something? Then I thought,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
was had all the characteristics, but I'm like, God damn,
Yeah.
where y'all find that for that? So,
I can't say I heard.
All right, so it ain't Bridget.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
It's not
All
Bridget.
right.
I can't say I heard Bridget sound like she hate me.
Yeah,
or nothing like
I
that.
don't
She
see
have a
that.
lot of valid points and questions. It's Miss Nisi who you talking about.
Nisa, when you talking about.
It's always a man.
Yeah, I ain't even talking. I ain't even worried about that.
And your girl Frankie.
And, Frankie got on there too, and I was like,
Yeah, both of them.
Frank
I know.
the Tank.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
Frank the Tank like to do is she likes
Frank
to
the Tank.
start on a good point
It did
first.
take- yeah.
Then she hit you in the
Take
background,
that-
come
yeah.
around, take you around the world. I'd be like, don't even go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna defend the
She
homies.
got her reasons.
defend the ladies,
I'm
too.
Sure she has her
Yeah.
reasons.
well,
I
I mean,
get
but it still stems to the fact that it's the guy that you pick.
I
It's the guy that you allowed in your circle.
I'm gonna wait because I don't want to talk about say you ain't did that when I went
Right. You were talking about
Well,
me.
she be on here Sunday.
She had an invite
I
to
got you.
come today. So
And she on here Sunday. I'm not leaving out till Monday morning at 3:00. So I was still
well,
come back.
you know,
Hang
we
out with
we
y'all.
we limiting the space
I
because
got you,
of
because
the
Yeah, it'd be tight in
the,
here
the
on Sundays.
microphone. Well, the
Yeah, it'd be tight in
microphones
here.
are not, the best. So we
Well,
try-
look, I stand out there and just yell at the ass. Then how about that?
EJ,
You ain't got to be on camera.
You ain't got to be on the camera.
EJ,
Good.
we're gonna try to do shit out where we just send our code in, our email in,
Uh,
and they just bring us on like that. So
Yeah,
we'll
you
get
can-
you
yeah.
sitting there.
Bet.
And y'all just
Yeah, we
y'all
sitting-
still be
we- yeah,
up
yeah,
here,
yeah,
but
we
yeah,
sitting there, we'll
still
be
be
in there.
seen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lord.
this y'all come in here, I got enough microphone. We might not sound good, but we'll be heard.
It's all
Yeah.
love,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to actually, take constructive criticism. That's the only way you get better at what you do.
Understood.
Being able to take that, you know what I'm saying, and make this thing better. It's, it's been on one level for a minute. Now it's time to take it to another level. So I know to do that, gotta spend some money. And which I don't have at the moment. So is there any contributors, any sponsors? We take
Listen,
donations.
You know,
Got
we,
some
cash
sponsors.
app.
you know, man, you already talked.
The
We know how to
cash app
talk.
is
So,
$ cash J Rob. Anything will help. But yeah, but on the real talk, we just trying to, change up what we do
expand the territory.
to make it
of
better,
the
make it
Married
sound. 'Cause the
Podcast.
first thing is the second thing is the sound. We got the look. We just need the sound right.
We're gonna get it together.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it.
What I said earlier.
Hot
shit, it's
105.
gonna happen.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
yeah,
were gonna
it's definitely gonna happen.
thought you said it.
We're gonna make it happen.
I'm telling you, I keep telling y'all, In the Mirror is going to be, along with the Hot Seat with EJ Thomas, both going to be top 10 Spotify downloaded podcasts coming up soon. We putting it-
We accept that. We definitely accept that.
Yes.
Yeah,
We'll
definitely.
put it out there in the atmosphere. Let's do it.
For sure.
It'll
For
happen.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a great show. I'm one of the longest.
It's the longest. It's the longest.
We done had.
It's 10 o'clock.
Is it?
I know. It's 10 o'clock.
We done went 2 hours and
2 plus.
30
2 and
minutes.
a half.
2
Probably
hours
2
and
and a half,
30 minutes. 2 hours
2:45,
28 minutes to
something
be
like that.
exact.
2:28.
In closing, Cook, since you the guest, you got anything you want to close out with? At least one of the topics we did talk about the situationship relationship. We also got into political views of Epstein. Then we got on a little bit of that 304. So You know, if you got anything you want to say real briefly.
Real briefly, I just, from I'm gonna always say this: live life in 2026 and enjoy all the experiences. If we start getting too wrapped up in all the shit that's going on, you're gonna end up losing yourself. So I'm gonna say I live life for the experience, all the new experiences. I'm gonna say that. It might not be related to topics or nothing, but I'm telling you, I mean, it keeps a neutral thinking, a clarity that I swear you wouldn't believe. You just stay focused on what's supposed to be done. And not get caught up in all the rip.
All right. EJ.
Live by the golden rule. I truly believe if we treat people how we want to be treated, the world will be a better place.
Once you learn that you can't control certain things, you can't control people, your life will change. Because that's what I had to figure out. Once I figured out that I can't control anybody, I can only control me and how I react to things. That changed a lot for me.
Well, I don't really have anything to say. I just want to thank everybody who joined us today. Here on In the Mirror Live Podcast. Join us and subscribe to our YouTube page at the @ symbol In the Mirror Podcast. Also, we are on Twitter at In the Mirror Podcast. Also on Twitch In the Mirror Podcast. So go to those pages and subscribe and like those pages. If you was watching today, share this show, like it, and
Catch
thank
us on
you for
Sunday.
joining. Catch us Sunday.
Catch us on
Sunday
Sunday.
we don't even have a topic.
We
for
don't have a
Sunday.
topic yet. We got
to get better at that.
I know.
Yeah, because
We got to know ahead of time.
Yeah, because we
what the
need to
topics
be
are.
more factual than opinionated. We have been opinionated for a long time. We need to be able to spit more facts, and we can't prepare. We don't have the shows ahead of time. That way we can do our research and come on here and get more facts. But we will be here Sunday. God permits us to be here, wake up, and be in breath. We definitely be here Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Sunday at 5.
Sunday at 5 p.m.
Let's
ish.
Let's do 5. Ish.
5 ish.
All right. All right.
Ish.
And I'm looking good, but your girl looking better. Blind to the fact that I'm a flip, I got